Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Rebels Radio here from Arbour Park on this Saturday before Christmas, just a couple of days before Christmas Day. And we've got a tricky game, I should say, for you here today. Stratford Town host one of the form teams in the league at the moment in Stratford Town. And there will be no jokes about Shakespeare and how bad the game will be. We won't be doing those kind of things at all. But there you go. So we'll get the rubbish joke out of the way quickly first. That's the easy how we do it. Just a couple of things for you. If you would like to get in contact with us here today, then you can do that via Twitter. I'll just put the chair on top of the microphone. That's a bit silly, wasn't it? If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase. It'll come through to us here. And also, if you are listening via the YouTube, then you should be able to scroll down the page, and you will see a little section that says comments. And if you go on the comments, you'll see you can chat to other people who are listening. I'll just put a little message on there for everybody, just so that you know what's going on. So don't forget to get in contact with us here today at the game. We'll give you a shout out. Just say us where you are and what you're doing. And well, I know what you're doing, you're listening. But if you're doing anything else, we'll give you a shout out as well. So there you go. And we'll give you all of the action of today's games. I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. And also I'll give you the scores where I can from the other games in the Southern Premier League, so you get all the details in one place. And we'll give you all those. This is Rebels Radio. It's brought to you by our two sponsors. They are My Football Club, the online football community, and also Slough Town Supporters Trust. And we thank both of those for their continued support. And without their support, Rebels Radio wouldn't be able to continue. My name is Aid, and please do get in contact. We'll give you some Christmas shouts out for today. A couple of games for you to look out for. The next home game for the Rebels is on Tuesday. That's the 26th of December, where Slough will be at home to Farnborough Football Club. That will be a 12 o'clock midday kickoff. Please do not come down at 3 o'clock because the game will be over. It is a 12 o'clock kickoff on the 26th. That is Boxing Day, for those of you who are getting a bit confused about what date it is. That's the day when you're going to have a hangover and have eaten too much on the previous day. So yes, on Boxing Day it is a 12 midday kickoff. Please remember that if you are either coming or attending or listening here on Rebels Radio. So just bear that in mind for those. And then on the 1st of January, no rest for the players. There's no New Year's hangovers. We are away to Chesham United on the 1st of January, and that will be a normal 3 p.m. kickoff. So that will be the next game for the Rebels after Boxing Day. So there you go. Those are your next games for Slough coming up. I'll run through the Southern Premier League games also going on today as well. We've got Basingstoke versus Royston, Biggleswade versus Banbury, Bishop Stortford versus Dorchester, Chesham versus Hereford, Kettering versus Dunstable, Merthyr versus Kings Lynn, St Ives versus Gosport, St Neots versus Kings Langley, Tiverton versus Farnborough, and Weymouth versus Redditch. The other bit of information that you will need to know is the next game, the first game in January at home for the Rebels, will be at home on the 6th of January, where we will be hosting Hereford Football Club. Now please be aware that that is an all-ticket match. What that means is, if you are a season ticket holder, absolutely fine, you don't need to do anything whatsoever. If you're not a season ticket holder and you are planning on coming to the Slough Hereford game, then you will need to purchase a ticket. If you haven't purchased one already, you can purchase one at the Farnborough game, and if you can't manage to do that, then I believe they are on sale online. Normal match day prices for that game. It's just on the advice of the police that the game will be all ticket, and also that the game will have segregation as well. So please bear that in mind if you are due to come or want to come on the 6th of January. There will be no tickets on sale on the door at any point whatsoever. So please bear that in mind if you are planning to come down for the game against Hereford on the 6th of January. I'll run through the two sides with you for the first time this afternoon, starting with our visitors, Stratford Town. In goal for them is Louis Connor. 2 is Dan Summerfield. 3 is Lee Thomas. So just let me just do that. 4 is Andrew Galliner. 5 is Lewis Ritchie. 6 and the captain is James Fry. 7 is Ellie Bacco. 8 James Hancocks. 9 Michael Taylor. 10 is Will Glucott, and 11 is Ben Stevens. Substitutes for Stratford Town this afternoon are 12 Edwin Hakinkura, 14 is Justin Marsden, 15 Jazz Lucky, and 16 is Liam Francis. For the Rebels today, in goal is Jack Turner, making his 250th appearance for the Rebels, and right back is Sean Fraser wearing 2. 3 George Wells. 4 is Alan Innes. 5 and the captain is Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 is Nathan Webb. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Manny Williams. 10 Brad Watkins, and 11 is Warren Harris. Your substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon are 12 Josh Jackman, 14 is Nathan Smart, 15 James Dobson, 16 Chris Flood, and 18 is Gavin James. Your official today, the referee is Joel Mannix. His 2 assistants are Thomas Burt and Simon Parbury. So those are your 2 sides for you today, and I will run through those sides again just before kick-off. And congratulations to Sean Fraser, who at the young age of 26 makes his 250th appearance for the Rebels. That's in proper matches, that doesn't include friendlies, so it's his 250th competitive appearance for the Rebels, and huge congratulations to Sean. And he's done really well since his debut back on the 25th of August in 2012, where we played in the FA Cup against a team called Corinthian. Not Corinthian Casuals, don't get confused, this is a Corinthian from Surrey area. So that was Sean's debut, and in those 250 games he has picked up 17 yellow cards and scored 4 goals. And when Sean Fraser scores a goal, it's either the easiest goal you'll ever see. His first goal coming on his 99th appearance when we were at home to Burnham. He scored from about 6 inches out. So if he doesn't score a simple tap in, he scores an absolute screamer, and I think today would be a good day for Sean to grab another goal to add to those 250 appearances and get another goal. So there you go, congratulations to Sean Fraser for that. We've got 2 of the form sides here in the Southern Premier League at the moment. Currently Stratford sit 3rd in the form guide. In the last 6 they've won 4, drawn 1 and lost 1. That loss came to away to Kettering, and that's their only loss in 6 games. They've only scored 11 and conceded 6 in those 6 games, whereas the Rebels sit 6th, and although it doesn't seem like it, they have been on a good run. They've not won though in the league in their last 3. For the last 6 they've won 3, drawn 2, lost 1. That loss coming here last Saturday against Bishop Stortford, and the 2 draws against Banbury away and Kettering away, and then obviously before that Slough won the 3. They actually sit 6 in the form guide here at the moment with 14 goals for and 7 against in those last 6 games. Strange enough, this is the first time that Stratford Town have come to Arbour Park. They were one of the 3 teams who last season played their home game when they came to Slough. We were at Holloway's Park, so this is their first visit to Arbour Park, and we wish them a good day, maybe to go back without the 3 points. I think maybe Slough would like to take the 3 points back with them this afternoon, but I'm sure that Stratford will have something to say about that as well. Good afternoon to Marchacho, who's listening and got in contact via the comment section as the 2 sides come out onto the pitch again. I will read through those 2 teams for you again, and it's we'll go start with our visitors, and in goal is Louis Connor. 2 is Dan Summerfield. 3 Lee Thomas. 4 Andrew Galliner. 5 is Lewis Ricky. 6 is James Fry, who's the captain. 7 is Ellie Bacco. 8 is James Hancocks. 9 Michael Taylor. 10 is Will Grocott, and 11 is Ben Stevens. For the Rebels, Jack Turner is in goal. 2 is Sean Fraser. 3 George Wells. 4 is Alan Innes. 5 and the captain is Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 is Nathan Webb. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Manny Williams. 10 Brad Watkins. 11 Warren Harris. Those are your starting 11 today. Slough are in their usual home kit of amber and blue, and Stratford are in blue shirts, white shorts and white socks. Today's match sponsor for the game is the Barmy Army, and again, congratulations to them. Their continued support, getting games sponsored, and what they do is great. And we've also got a mascot today, who's Paddy Whelan, who's one of the junior rebels here, and he's got a reduced mascot day experience because he is a member of the junior rebels, and you can now buy season tickets, half season tickets for the rest of the season. If you look on the Slough Town website, you'll see all those details. We're just waiting for the referee, Mr. Mannix, to call the two captains over, and we'll find out which way we're going, and it'll be give you all of the action in a second. We are just waiting for the referee and James Fry, the Stratford mascot, just to make his way over to the centre circle, where the referee is just going through the different things. We've had the handshakes. We're all ready. We're a little bit late kicking off. There's a minute gone here, or it's 1 minute past 3. We've already got a goal. St Neil Kings Langley 1. So there you go. We've not even kicked off here, but there's already a goal in the Southern Premier League for you. So that just goes to show you how different it is for some of the teams here. So Hereford are away to Chesham this afternoon. Chesham will be our next away game on the 1st. So please remember that the Farnborough game is going to be a 12 o'clock kickoff. That's at home on the 26th. Chesham is away on the 1st of January, and that is a normal 3 p.m. kickoff. And like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us, you can contact us via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, all lowercase. Or if not, you can do it via the comment section on the YouTube. You'll be listening on YouTube and you'll see a little bit, and there's a comments bit and it comes down. Darren Yates is listening from Spain. He's having a good time. Slough have the kick-off here. Slough will be shooting from right to left for this first half. And it's Lee Togwell standing over the ball here, just waiting for the referee just to make sure that everything is in place. He's just signalling to his linesmen that they've got their watches tuned. It's like just goalkeepers are happy, everyone's happy, and everyone's happy. He kicks off here, Slough with the ball here, play to George Wells. Wells pummels the ball down the field, looking for Watkins. Watkins wins the first header, headed away in the centre, only comes back towards Watkins. Watkins gets fouled there, and it's an early foul for the Rebels. It's a free kick to Slough, foul on Brad Watkins. This is a good position, around about 30 yards away from goal, level with the tram line of the 6-yard penalty box. And it's a little bit to our closest side on this west stand. It looks like Simon Dunn will be the player to stand over this free kick for Slough. Stratford have gone without a ball, just got a few people walking past at the moment. It's played into the box by Dunn, headed away well, comes to the far post where Warren Harris will try to keep that ball in. And he does so down in the far corner, up against Thomas. Harris plays it off Thomas, and it just bounces off the corner flag for a throw to Slough. He could have just gone out for a corner, just bounced the opposite way, and Sean Fraser on his 250th appearance will make his way over to take this throw for the Rebels right by the corner flag. Slough put in some early pressure on here, and Fraser just looking for a little bit of movement comes from Manny Williams. Manny just holds the ball up back in towards Fraser. Fraser under pressure, finds ball out here towards Nathan Webb. Webb now plays it in towards Williams. He found a little bit of space. Williams tries to get a block in. It's blocked into the box and hooked clear there, but only as far as Nathan Webb. Ball finds kindly here towards Taylor, but Webb gets his body in the way and finds Dunn. Dunn trying to flick the ball across here for Brad Watkins. Watkins trying to chase it down. Plays it off Recchi for a corner to the Rebels, and Slough with this continued sustained pressure early on in the game. It's a corner which Simon Dunn will go across to take. And Slough send forwards Mark Nisbet and Alan Innes for this corner. Dunn will take it. It'll be an out-swinging corner for Slough. Stratford just trying to defend this one here as we wait for Dunn to take this corner. Goes deep to the far post. Free is Mark Nisbet. Just mistimes his run, but keeps hold of the ball just at the edge of the area. Goes past one and then chips the ball in towards the far post. Up in the middle, it's bounces around. Comes here towards Simon Dunn. He hits it hard, and it's come off Taylor for another corner to Slough, again on this left-hand side. And Manny Williams just asking the referee if there was a possibility of a foul in there as the cross came in from Mark Nisbet, but the referee turning around and saying no. It's another corner again, out-swinging corner here for Slough, with again Simon Dunn being the man to take it. Again goes deep to the far post. Ball's gone straight out of play though by Simon Dunn, and that's out for a goal kick. So that early pressure has mounted to nothing here at Arbour Park, but it's a good start here for the Rebels, who if you remember, lost their last home game here against Bishop Stortford. So so Slough will be looking to try and get back into that one there. So Mr. Underwood, John Underwood, the joint manager. I presume he's not on a long-distance phone call to Neil Baker in the dugout, but he's in Australia listening in. Good afternoon, John. Hope it's nice and it's supposed to be like early in the morning over there, isn't it? Ball bounces around. It's sort of clear from the goal kick by Inns. Finds Warren Harris, but his ball can only find Grocott. Grocott's ball low over the top here, looking for the run of Taylor, but it's played back by Fraser to Turner, and Turner plays the ball down the field, looking for Watkins. Watkins does well, takes it on his chest and tries to keep the ball in. But it's one back here by Thomas, but Thomas's ball is overhit and runs all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just chips the ball downfield, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Comes off the head of Galliner, bounces around, comes on the far hand side. Stevens with the ball, played forwards here, looking for Taylor. Taylor takes the ball down well on his chest, holds the ball up and finds it here towards Backy. Bacco's ball played down the field, comes off Simon Dunn, and it's out of play for a throw to Stratford, right in front of our commentary position, just a few feet inside the Slough Town half, and it will be the right back Summerfield who will come across to take this. Looks to me as though Stratford play a 5 at the back, or whether it's 3 at the back, but that seems to line up with 3 centre-backs. Ball played field down the field there, and Taylor makes a run in the opposite direction for Stratford. The ball goes out, and it's a throw to Slough deep inside their own half, which George Wells will go across to take. And Wells just smashes that ball back from the quick throws. It's gone out of play. It's just gone out of play, but it's a throw here towards Stratford by the home dugout, roughly about 20 yards, a little bit closer. I think the referee's going to let them take that. Summerfield takes a throw quickly towards Stevens, gets it back. Two of them play a little 1-2. Ball played in, trying to find Grocott, but it's one back here by Nathan Webb. And Webb spreads it on the far hand side, finding Warren Harris. Harris now has a chance to run at the defence. He's got Fry in front of him, holds the ball up here for Webb. Webb looks, chips the ball to the far post, looking for Watkins, but the goalkeeper Connor sees that one early and comes and claims, and has been urged to get his side up the field quickly by the Stratford manager Adams, and headed away by Nisbet. Only getting to the centre where Grocott's ball comes in, finds Stevens, but his touch is poor, and Nisbet plays a 1-2 with Webb, and then finds Dunn. Dunn gets a lucky ricochet, but it's headed away then by Recchi, comes through to Wells. Wells just takes his time, brings the ball in and holds the ball up, and then chips it into the path of the right back Sean Fraser. Fraser can now travel with the ball, brings the ball 15-20 yards, crossing the halfway line, plays a little ball in here towards Williams. Williams will play it in towards Watkins. Watkins finds Dunn. Dunn just forced to play it fine. Finds Williams on the edge of the box. Williams still has it, just trying to get a bit of space. Comes out here towards Dunn. Dunn's ball breaks kindly towards Wells. Wells chips it across far post. Watkins drives out, bounces, hits Warren Harris on the shin. He wasn't expecting it, and it falls kindly to Connor in the Stratford goal, who just an unlucky ricochet off the shin of Warren Harris just fell into the path of Connor, the Stratford goalkeeper, who just dives on the ball gratefully. His kick's poor, comes right towards Dunn, but Dunn's touch is poor, and it's a loud ball for here for Taylor. Taylor up against in. Taylor holds the ball up on the centre circle, on the penalty circle, and then well defended by Alan Inns, and his ball finds Fraser, who finds Nathan Webb. Webb gets the ball back to Fraser, and his ball from Fraser finds Williams. He just comes a little bit deeper to play the ball, but the ball bounces around. It's one back by Bacco, but he's been taken off that by Nathan Webb. He finds George Wells. Wells looking to shoot from distance there. The goalkeeper had come off his line, and Connor was stranded, but Wells just getting it on target. It's just wide of the goal, but good vision there by George Wells, who scored on Tuesday evening, his 3rd goal of the season for the Rebels. And fancied his luck there, but just a little bit off target there. It's a goal kick here for Stratford, which Connor, the goalkeeper, will take. Looks a long ball down the field, looking for Stevens on the far hand side. Inns comes across and heads the ball down, looking for Watkins. Watkins beaten to the ball by Recchi, but it's only come as far as Inns. Inns finds George Wells. Wells with the ball down the line, looking for Manny Williams. It's left there by Galliner, and he's just got enough on the ball to see it out of play for a goal kick to Stratford Town. 7 minutes gone so far of the first half here. Slough with the better of the possession at the moment, but still 0-0. And we'll just wait to see if we can find you some scores from around other games so far. Try and keep you up to date with those as it goes in. Looks like Kings Lynn have got a goal already in their game. And it's a foul there by Stratford Town. Kings Lynn are 1-up away to Merthyr Town. And Slough won a free kick there from the goal kick for a foul by Taylor. And it's a free kick for Slough deep inside their own half. They're going to let Turner take this free kick. Places the ball long. Looking for Watkins. Watkins rises up, but his header goes straight through to Connor in the Stratford goal. And it's an easy take there for the Stratford Town goalkeeper, who's got a luminous yellow kind of stewarding outfit on today. You can always double up as a steward here at Slough. Long ball by him, looking for Stevens. Well headed away by Inns. Ball mistake there by Hancock's, and the ball bounces around. It comes here towards Warren Harris, who finds Fraser's. Fraser's ball up hits Hancock's. Headed on though by Stevens, and Inns gets caught there, and the referee didn't see it, but the ball still bouncing around. Headed away by Inns up towards Watkins. Watkins rises high, wins that header, finds Manny Williams, runs into Galliner, and the ball's played out here on the far side to Thomas. Thomas under pressure from two Slough players. Nicked off him by Nathan Webb. Webb just brings the ball in. Gets a lucky ricochet, wins the ball, cuts back inside. Looking for Warren Harris. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Harris, who gets behind the defence. Crossed into the centre. Watkins trying to get there first. Just it's a little bit behind him. He's tried to arch his back to header it. He does get to the contact on it, but just headers it over the bar. The ball they played a little bit behind him there, and it's out for another goal kick. And again, Slough's early pressure so far in his opening 9 minutes hasn't accounted for a goal, but it's been definitely pleasing for the Rebels fans who have made it here on this last Saturday before Christmas. Anything to get out doing some Christmas shopping, as Lewis Connor takes this goal kick for Stratford again. Long ball downfield, looking for Taylor. Taylor up against Nisbet. Two having a little tangle there. It hits the shin of Taylor and runs through to Turner in the Slough goal. Turner just waits for Slough to get up the field here. Just rolls the ball a couple of feet outside of his penalty area. Then looks up, plays the ball here looking for Watkins. Watkins up against Recce. And Recce's adjudged to have been fouled by Watkins. It will be a free kick to Stratford, just on the edge of their penalty area. And the referee, Mr. Mannix, just chatting to a couple of the Stratford Town players, just letting them know that he's the man in charge here today. And Connor just taking this free kick for Stratford. Looking for Taylor, who's made a run forward. So goes instead to all the way through to Inns. Inns is header away, comes to Dunn. Dunn will find Wells. Wells drills the ball down, comes off the foot of Hancock's. Headed away there by Recce, but played away by Nisbet. Comes in the centre to Grocott. Lovely touch by him, finds Bacco. In towards Stevens. Stevens shoots first time, but it's an easy save for Jack Turner there. Shot coming from the edge of the box, and Turner grabs that one easily. Long ball here looking for Warren Harris. Hits Thomas, the left back. I think it was supposed to be a left wing back actually today. And it's out for a throw to the Rebels. Quick throw by Slough by Fraser. Finds Togwell. Togwell into the path of Wells. Oh, Wells just overruns it a little bit. Runs still with it. Gets into that space where he likes to have a shot. He does have a shot. And this time he drags this one wide of the goal. But it's his favourite little spot, is that for George Wells. All his goals so far this season have come from that spot where he's just on the edge of the area, just a few yards out. Hits it hard and low, but this one is dragged wide of the goal and is out for a goal kick. And Connor's taking his time trying to get the ball from that far corner. So good afternoon to Darren Alex, who's listening in as well. And like I say, if you want to get in contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, there should be a comments page and it will come through to us here as Connor finally takes this goal kick for Stratford, aimed at Taylor. Well won again by Inns. Comes through to Williams. Williams trying to hold the ball up. Hooked away from by Hancock's. Ball bouncing around. Taylor wins the first header, trying to find Bacco, but it's gone straight out of play. And Taylor just holding his ear there, but happy to carry on. It's a throw to stay on the far hand side. 15 yards inside their own half. Referee just telling Fraser not to come forward, and then he just gains those extra yards anyway. Throw, trying to find Watkins. Comes into the centre here where it fires. It's Togwell on the ball. He gives the ball here to Nisbet. Nisbet on the centre circle. This is inside his own half. Just brings it forward. Then finds Dunn. Dunn just under pressure. Plays the ball into Williams. Trying to get the ball back. And Summerfield just does well to take the ball. But Williams closes him down. Comes off Williams last and out for a throw to Stratford. Right by the away dugout here at Arbour Park. And it will be Recce that will take this throw. This throw, trying to find Taylor. Taylor flicks the ball on, but Nathan Webb's there first, and it's played back towards goalkeeper Turner by Int. Oh, and Turner just been closed down by Stevens, just rolls the ball past him there. 10 yards outside of his box, plays it forward again, looking for Warren Harris on that far hand side. Harris wins the header, but then it's headed away though by Galliner and comes into centre. Togwell trying to win it, but Grocott wins it back, played in towards Hancock's, and good little play of football there by Stratford, but unfortunately Hancock's has passed it out of play for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Warren Harris, who finds Sean Fraser. Fraser back towards Inns. Inns plays it across the back four into the path of Nisbet, who's being urged to bring the ball forwards here by Slough. In towards Watkin. Watkin quick flick inside, but not a Slough player there to win the ball back, and it's Hancock who has it. Ball being chased here by Watkins against Recce, and Watkins does well to chase it. Comes off him last, and it's out for a throw to Stratford by their away dugout. And again, Recce is the player that will take this throw. And the ball bouncing around here. It's won by Nisbet. Nisbet's header trying to find Wells. In the end, Nisbet has to clear his own ball up towards Recce. It's one back off him, and Watkins lets the ball go, and he'll just wait and slow the play down here. And it's George Wells with the throw here. Just a few feet inside the Stratford half, gives it to Simon Dunn. Son gives it ball back towards Wells. Wells under pressure from Grocott, has to go back to the goalkeeper Turner, and Turner has the ball 10 yards outside of his box. Looks to play the ball here, looking for Watkins to come up on the left hand side. Watkins heads the ball into the box. It's come across, has Galliner to clear the ball. It's gone straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And Slough just having trouble getting past the three centre backs here of Stratford. Ball here now with Nisbet. Finds Webb. Webb can turn inside the centre circle and looks to find that ball for Warren Harris. It's a good ball. Warren Harris gabbles on it. Thomas is there first for Stratford. Does he stop it from going for a corner? He does. It's good defending by the left wing back there on the far hand side, but it is out for a throw to the Rebels. Lovely pass there by Nathan Webb, just trying to release Warren Harris, but well spotted by the left back. And it's out for a throw to Slough. Left with the 18-yard box of Stratford's area. Sean Fraser is the man to take it. Just looking for an option. Comes from Togwell. Togwell holds the ball up, back in towards Fraser. Back towards Togwell. Togwell inches the ball in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn does well to control, trying to flick the ball in. Warren Harris didn't gamble on it. Ball comes off Warren Harris last. He keeps it in, finds Fraser. Fraser with a cross into the box. Headed away though by Galliner. Comes to the edge of the box where Taylor tries to win it. Webb does well to win it back for Slough. Into the path of Inns, in towards Fraser. Fraser, little touch ball in. Warren Harris tries to feed it back, and it's cleared by Thomas off Harris for a throw to Stratford. And Slough just having trouble with these three centre-backs here of Recce, Galliner and Fry, just shoring up this Stratford defence. Long throw forwards, headed away by Fraser, comes off Togwell last. It's a throw to Stratford just inside the Slough half. Grocott looked like he was going to take it, but he's going to leave it for Thomas. And Thomas just gained a few yards here with this throw. Still hasn't taken the throw yet, just waiting for that to come in. And again, trying to find Taylor, headed away well by Inns. The ball finds Manny Williams just inside his own half, holds the ball up, gets surrounded by four players. He tried to play it down Watkins, but it's Fry with the challenge, puts it out of play for a throw to Slough. And quickly taken by Fraser towards Togwell, back towards Fraser. Togwell in again, headed away though by Galliner. Bounces around, flicked on by Hancock's, trying to find Taylor. Nisbet comes across for Slough to win the header and finds Sean Fraser. Fraser now looks up, trying to chip the ball here, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris up against Fry. Fry has to get a touch in there, and it's a corner now on the far hand side to Slough. And Simon Dunn will take this one. This one will be an in-swinging corner now, something different for Stratford to deal with here. And Dunn will be the player that takes it in, and Nisbet go forwards for this corner for Slough. Just being organised well by Neil Baker here. Just telling them where he wants his players to go. There was a little push in the face there by Taylor on Inns, and there's a slip in the box. Ball comes in from Dunn. It's poor and cleared easily. Comes out though towards Togwell. Togwell into Webb. Back in towards Togwell. Togwell crosses it at the far post, looking for the run of Watkins, but Watkins had stopped. And it's gone straight out of play for a goal kick there. And it was just an accidental push in the face on Taylor, on Alan Inns as that corner was waiting to come in. It's just as they hustle and bustle around, a little push there. as we wait for Connor to take this kick. Why is someone pointing at someone behind the goal? I don't know what's going on there. And Connor finally with this goal kick for Stratford, looking for Stevens on the far hand side. Stevens tries to flick the ball on, goes straight out of play for a throw to Slough. Played 18 minutes of this first half, still 0-0 here at the moment. Throw by Fraser towards Inns. He'll play it back towards Turner. Turner's ball trying to find Wells. Headed away well though by Summerfield, but his header comes through towards Nisbet. Nisbet spreads it on the far side, looking for Fraser. Fraser has a bit of space and time, brings the ball down. Grocott tries to chase it down, but he comes in towards Inns. It's now been urged to spread the play here. Nisbet now finds Nathan Webb. Webb's got a bit of space inside. Bacco chases him down, so he plays it back here towards Nisbet. And Slough just trying difficulty to find a bit of space here. Williams trying to go past one, chips the ball over, looking for Watkins. Watkins will try and keep that ball in, does really well to keep it in. And in fact it comes off Recce for a throw to Slough. And Wells will try and take this. Quick throw in towards Watkins. Back towards Wells. Wells drills his cross, but it's straight at Summerfield and out for another throw for Slough by that corner flag. And the referee just making sure the ball's round. I'm sure it is. Wells with the throw. Quick one in towards Dunn. Back towards Wells. Someone's just walked past. I can't see what's going on. It's come off Stratford player and out for a corner. My apologies there, but unfortunately some people just walked past there and we couldn't see what was going on. It's a corner here to the Rebels on this left-hand side. Dunn will take it again. Out swinging corner for Stratford to defend. And this time Slough just lined up a little bit differently in the box here. And Dunn just waiting for the signal to come in. And plays it in. Whips it in this time into the box. Headed away well though. Comes to the edge of the box where it finds Togwell. Togwell in towards Williams. Williams just push back and it's back towards Togwell. Finds Nathan Webb. Webb will spread it here towards Dunn. Dunn playing on this left wing side. Gets a really good cross in. Far post. Warren Harris heads it down towards Inns. Inns acrobatically trying to stop it. And it's a corner in the end. It was kept in well by Warren Harris. Flicked it in towards Inns. Inns' first touch was a little bit high. And he had to try and acrobatically kick it. And it hits a Stratford Town player and goes out for a corner. It's an in-swinging corner on the far-hand side this time. And this time actually it's going to be an out-swing corner. They're going to let Fraser take this corner on the far-hand side. And Simon Dunn this time has gone into the box to try and cause a little bit of mayhem. So Slough with this routine. Played by Short towards Williams. Williams hits it from the edge of the box. Oh, and it just goes wide of the post. And Warren Harris was there just trying to flick the ball in but couldn't get a touch on it. It's wide of the goal and is out for a goal kick. And Stratford Town are already wasting time. Their captain Fry has just kicked the ball away, forcing their goalkeeper to come across to come and claim the ball. And there we go. So that's a little bit strange there by Stratford, but there you go. Still 0-0 here. We played 21 minutes here of the first half as we wait for Connor to take this goal kick. Long kick aimed towards Stevens. Stevens tries to flick the ball into play. Keeps it in. Headed away though by Fraser in towards Togwell. Togwell has the ball at his feet. Plays it in towards Williams. Williams just come deep. Finds Simon Dunn who's bursting through from a midfield position. Dunn still has the ball. Central area. Finds Nathan Webb. Webb finds George Wells on the overlap. Wells comes through. Chips it into the far post. Headed well. It's a great defending by Thomas, the left wing back for Stratford. It's a great cross by Wells. Thomas just gets there before Warren Harris and diverts it for another corner to Slough. I'll try and give you some of the latest scores from the other games in the Southern Premier League. This time again, Dunn will go across to take this corner for Slough. This time it is an in-swinging corner from the far-hand side. And it's Dunn to take this. Hits it in towards the near post. Flicked on, bouncing around. Slough looking for another corner. But in the end, final touch seems to have come off a Slough player. And it's out for a goal kick. So we'll wait for that kick to be taken. Just give you the latest scores in the Southern Premier League. Basingstoke 0, Royston 0, Biggleswade 0, Banbury 0, Bishop Stortford 0, Dorchester 0, Chesham 0, Hereford 0, Kettering 1, Dunstable 0, Merthyr 0, Kings Lynn 1, Slough obviously is 0-0. St Ives 0, Gosport 0, St Neots 0, Kings Langley 1, Tiverton 0, Farnborough 0, and Weymouth 2, Redditch 1. Those are the latest scores after 20 minutes in the Southern Premier League, as the kick from Connor goes straight out of play for a goal throw on the far hand side for Slough. And Fraser again the player to take this long throw here, looking for Williams, and Williams just has to chase his own little flick on here. Goes back towards Alan Innes, but Innes is playing up against Taylor, and Taylor's playing on his own up front here. Looks like a 5-4-1 formation for Stratford Town. Ball played across here towards Nisbet. Nisbet urged to play it in towards Wales. Wales has got a bit of space if he wants to use it. It's got Bacco with him, finds Dunn in towards Williams. Williams just holds the ball up, evades a couple of challenges. Back here towards Nisbet. Nisbet feeds Williams. Williams just going to come deep to get the ball, and he finds Nathan Webb. Webb immediately passes to Nisbet. Nisbet has the ball and finds Dunn. Dunn just beaten to the ball by Grocott, and it's out of play for a throw to Stratford. It's just inside the Slough Town half, over the halfway period of this first half. Still 0-0. Come on, ref, get them going. Deary. Stratford just taking their time on everything here at the moment. So Fry, the captain's come across to take this throw on this near side, looking for Taylor. Taylor takes it on his chest well, trying to find Bacco. Bacco ball just comes through again to Taylor, but Wells is there first for Slough and can hammer the ball away, but it's only as far as Gallagher. Gallagher just has the ball at his feet, chips it forward, trying to find Stevens. Stevens takes it on his chest, a bit high, but in slides in. Oh, a lucky ricochet here, but Togwell's across for Slough, and he's curled the ball out. It's just gone out for a corner for Stratford, their first corner of the game, and Slough will have some defending to do here, as the two of the back three have gone forwards in Recce and Fry have gone forwards for this corner. Grocott takes it on the far side. It'll be an in-swinging corner for Slough to defend. Hancock makes a run towards the corner flag, but it's avoided. Comes in, bounces around, goes across goal, and in the end Dunn has to take a flick away. It's gone out for another corner to Stratford Town, and Slough didn't defend that one very well. And again Grocott will be the player to take the corner. Indicates what he's going to do. Played right in towards the goalkeeper, headed away well by Innes, but the first player to the ball would be Fry. He's just going to let it go out of play for a throw to Stratford. And they're going to let Recce be the player that comes across to take this. And Recce looks like he's lining up a long throw into the box, judging by where the Stratford players are standing. Is a long throw in the box, looking for Taylor. Headed away well by Innes. Edge of the box, it's hit. Oh, forced a great save by Turner from Summerfield. Ball still in play with Stevens. Oh, Slough just nicked it back here with a touch by Fraser. In towards Warren Harris. Harris chasing with the ball. Two players collide, the two number 11, Stevens and Harris. Ball played in here towards Taylor, just overrun. It's now here with Wells. Wells with the ball finds Manny Williams. Manny Williams can turn, finds Warren Harris on the far hand side. This time it's a back four of Stratford. Oh, the goalkeeper's dropped the ball, bounces around. Summerfield, the right wing back, is there in the end to clear the ball. Chips it over, looking for Hancock's, but Slough's first to the ball with Fraser. Finds Nathan Webb. Nathan Webb, just a lovely ball finding Fraser on the overlap. Fraser gets there first for the cross. Williams with the header, but it's wide of the goal. And Williams punches the floor in anger at not getting that one on target. But Slough, a good cross in the box there. Unfortunately, Connor just collided with his own player and missed the ball, but Slough couldn't capitalise. But Stratford had their best chance of the game there, and a shot from Summerfield on the edge of the box, forced in a fine full-length save from Jack Turner in the Slough goal. It keeps it 0-0 with 26 minutes played here at Arbour Park. And again, Connor with this long ball forward. Again, looking for Taylor, but well headed away again by Innes. Comes off the head of Webb, in towards Togwell. Finds Warren Harris. Harris just plays it off Thomas, the left wing back, for a throw to Slough, just inside the Slough half. And Fraser just jogs across to take this one. Gained a couple. He's taken it inside the Stratford half. Flicked on well by Watkins. Comes across his Warren Harris. Grocott tries to get there first, and in the end it's Gallagher who clears and out for a throw to Slough, 4 or 5 yards away from the corner flag. And Fraser goes across to take this. The Slough fans finally making a little bit of noise behind that goal. Been very quiet this afternoon. As Fraser looks to take this throw. Williams offers himself to it, but Grocot's there first for Stratford. Ball down the field to Stevens, who does well to keep the ball in, and then tries to give it back, but Webb's in there first for Slough, does well. Oh, gets caught there, surely, and that is a free kick to Slough. And it's Thomas with the tackle on Nathan Webb. He'd done really well to steal the ball in the first place. It's a free kick for Slough, level with the 18-yard box on the far hand side. And it's going to be Dunn that will take this by the looks of it. Just waiting for the referee said it's a little bit further away, but there you go. It's about 20. Sorry there. 22 yards away from goal, mid-yawn. And again, Dunn is the player over. Two-man wall for Stratford. Dunn just dinks the ball into the area. Ince tries to get there. It comes off the head of Recce and out for another corner to Slough. And again, Slough with this good pressure, but you've yet to make it count. And it's another corner which Simon Dunn will go across to take from this near west side stand section. Again, out-swinging corner. Slough trying to get something from this game. They've had a succession of corners. And this time Dunn whips the ball in. Headed away well though by Gallagher. Comes through towards Togwell. So they're looking for a free kick. And in fact the free kick's been given to Stratford for Stevens, who'd chased to come and get the ball. I thought he had his foot up along with Togwell. I didn't think there was much in it. But the referee says it's a free kick to Stratford, just on the edge of their own penalty area. And we've almost come up to half an hour played here at Arbour Park. It's still Slough Town 0, Stratford 0, but Stratford with that real good chance, forcing the best save of the game from Turner so far from Summerfield, but as it is, still no goals. And it's Connor, the goalkeeper, to take the ball. Looking again for Stevens up against Fraser. Fraser just lets the ball go. It's gone straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And Fraser will take it level the 18-yard box of the in the Slough area, throwing it towards Watkins. Watkins trying to flick the ball on. Comes off Thomas last in towards Hancock's. Hancock's ball finds Stevens. Stevens tries to play the ball, but Taylor stops his run and Inns plays it back towards Turner. Oh, Turner just gets to the ball quickly before Taylor, but his ball down the field is headed off by Simon Dunn. But Taylor almost got to that ball there before Turner could clear it. Quick throw here by Recce. And Recce's actually done a foul throw, the referee has indicated. He only had 1 foot on the ground. So Slough now have a throw halfway inside the Stratford half. And taken by Wells in towards Nisbet. Nisbet just needs a little bit of help here at the moment. Has to do it on his own. Finds the ball in towards Williams. Williams gets a bit of space. Still being surrounded well. Has Nathan Webb on his outside, who he finds. Fraser's in front of Webb, but he turns and plays it back towards Togwell. Togwell immediately goes down by Grocott. Back in towards Togwell from Harris. Then played on, looking for the run of Togball. Ball bounces around, and it's in the end it's Gallen who just managed to get a hook to clear that one away. And out for a throw to Slough, just inside their own half, which Inns will look to take. Finds Webb. Back towards Inns. Inns under pressure will play it back towards goalkeeper Turner. And Turner has ball at his feet, 10 yards outside of the penalty box. Plays it in, looking for Dunn. It's going to be left by the captain Fry, and it will bounce through towards Connor in the Stratford goal. And it's Connor who plays the ball high up in the air. Underneath it is Togwell. Free header for Togwell there, and then trying to find Warren Harris. He's a foul by Thomas on Warren Harris, and yet again this is the third time so far this afternoon that Stratford player has, after the whistle, has kicked the ball away. Nathan Webb just trying to point that out to the referee, but the referee not having much of that. It's a free kick to Slough, about 5 yards inside the Stratford half. It's right next to the centre circle inside the Stratford half. Dunn is again the player that looks to take this ball, hits it with some pace, and it's superbly headed away by Taylor, defending there for Stratford. It was just about to come through to Inns, who'd made a run, but Taylor just gets a flick on. It's out for a corner now to the Rebels, and again a corner from this near hand side, which Simon Dunn will come and take, and again it's an out-swinging corner for Slough. They need to try and make one of these set pieces count. As he whips the ball into the box. Headed goal was by Brad Watkins. In fact, it's taken a touch off Recce, and it's another corner to Slough. This was a better corner, whipped in Watkins gets a touch, but Ricky, the number 5 for Stratford, just gets a touch to it. Back out for another corner. And again, Simon Dunn will take it again from this near-hand side. Togwell's been urged to go forwards to try and pull a player out of position. Plays it in this time deep. Headed goal was by Inns, and it's a good save by Connor in the Stratford goal. Just pushes the ball around the post from an Alan Inns header, and again, Slough with this pressure, another corner. They've gone close with the 2. Can they get a little bit closer with this third one? This one's on the far-hand side. So this time again, it will be that in-swinging corner. Dunn again, the man to go across to take it for Slough. There's pushing and shoving, and there's Alan Inns has gone down in the box. And the referee has just stopped the game just to call Inns and Taylor over, just to calm the 2 of them down. But a little bit of pushing going on there. And the referee, Mr. Mannix, just says a word with the 2 of them. And Dunn being now told to take this corner. Nisbet makes a run towards the far post. Again, a player from Slough goes down in the box. But Connor at full stretch gathers that ball well. And it will be safe to say that Stratford have defended these corner pieces well. Just Slough not been at the best of chances, but one good save from Connor so far. And Connor still hasn't taken the kick. Williams just standing in front of him. The referee says get on with it. Play down the field looking for Stevens. Underneath it is Inns. There's an offside. Is he given an offside for a foul? I think the referee's given a foul here against Stratford, so it's a free kick to Slough. About 10 yards outside their box. Again, Turner comes across to take it, trying to find Warren Harris on the far-hand side. Up against Thomas. Thomas does well to win the header, but it bounces County to Slough in towards Fraser. Fraser can turn in towards Williams. Williams just beaten to the ball, and then it's hooked clear by Thomas, and then Nisbet just about gets a touch too, but Taylor's there for Stratford, trying to play it here for Bacco, but it's got too much on it, and it's out of play for a throw to Slough. And Wells takes it quickly, finds Togwell. Togwell under pressure from Grocott. Back in towards Wells, and then finds Nisbet. Nisbet under pressure from Bacco, but finds the ball here towards Dunn. Dunn takes a touch up towards Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up. Slough looking for a free kick there, and yet again, for a number of times that Stratford have kicked the ball away every time they've given away a free kick. And this time it's a free kick to Slough on the halfway line. And Bacco being urged to stand further than 10 yards by the assistant referee on this near-hand side. Wells will take this free kick for Slough. Aims it high into the box looking for Watkins. Headed away well though by Reckiel. Only comes as far as Webb. Takes a heavy touch. Ball just bounces. Slough got it back here with Dunn. Dunn had the chance to shoot there. It's headed away by Thomas. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header in towards Warren Harris. Harris finds Fraser. Fraser has to go back towards Togwell. Togwell the ball in towards Williams. Williams trying to hold the ball up and turn. And in the end it's Stevens who clears for Stratford. But again it's a throw to Slough on that far hand side. Quickly taken by Williams. Finds Harris. In towards Webb. Webb will find back out towards Warren Harris. Harris with the ball in the field. Cleared by though Gallina. And Slough try and win it back. Up here towards Taylor, but Taylor beaten to the ball by Mark Nisbet, and out for a throw to Slough. Ball's actually gone into St Joseph Car Park School, so we'll just wait for that to come through. And it's a throw to Stratford on the halfway line here. It's going to be Thomas to take this throw for them. Long throw. It's straight at Nathan Webb. Webb has the chance to slow the ball down. Flies it in towards Dunn. Dunn's first touch takes it away. In towards Williams. Williams just trod on the ball, but Williams does well to keep hold of the ball and then finds Dunn. A little bit to the side of where Dunn really wanted it, but Dunn still has it. He's got Wells on the outside. Little 1-2 here with Dunn. Dunn gets the ball back. He still needs a little bit of help. Togwell tries to come and find that space. In towards Webb. Webb being the player free. Trips it back in, looking for the run of Watkins. Watkins there. Fry gets a touch, and then it's hooked clear by Galliner. Comes out here towards Bacco. Bacco down the line, finding Taylor. Taylor up against two Slough players. One back here by Nathan Webb. Webb under pressure. Does really well to play it here across to Inns. Inns now being urged to bring it forward. Hits it a bit too hard at Warren Harris. Headed away though by Galliner, and now finds Stevens. Stevens inside his own half. Being forced to bring it forward. Tries to find Taylor, but Nisbet comes across for Slough. But one back by Thomas, and now Stevens got a bit of space down the left-hand side. has the ball, cuts back inside on the 18-yard box, chips it to the far post. Oh, and Taylor had just stopped his run. It was a good ball in by Ben Stevens on the far hand side, cut back inside, put it on his right foot, and it just went in between the goalkeeper and Taylor. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's the Stratford manager shouting in the background there as Turner takes this kick early for Slough, trying to find Warren Harris, beaten to the ball by Thomas, flicked on by Grocott, but no one forwards for Stratford. It comes to Inns. Inns' first time ball, hit too easy, and it's come to Hancock's, who in turns finds Grocott. Grocott's ball in towards Stevens, now finds Taylor. This some bit of play here by Stratford, but the ball's won back here by George Wells. Oh, he just tries to do a little bit too much. Summerfield wins it back, but plays it straight out of play and is out for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Nisbet, throws it back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner just looking for an option. Again, looking for Warren Harris on that far hand side. This time Harris wins the header, only as far as Stevens. Stevens touch inside, holds the ball up well. Togwell tries to win it. It's back here with Hancock's. In fact, Togwell's fouled Stevens. It's a free kick to Stratford Town. 38 minutes gone so far here at Arbour Park. Still 0-0. Both goalkeepers have been forced into a good save, but still no goals here, and they're going to be Galliner to take this free kick for Stratford sometime today. The referee urging him to play it forwards. Looks forwards, trying to find Stevens. Stevens does both get a header in towards Taylor. Taylor just runs straight into Togwell, and Slough can bring the ball out with Inns. Finds Watkins. Oh, Watkins just tries to play it in. Good challenge there by Recchi. Wins the ball back for Stratford. Ball played up here towards Taylor, who holds the ball up well. Trying to slide it in, but Fraser dives in to win the ball back. And now they've fed Williams here, fed by Togwell. It's got to Harris on the overlap. Harris being forced wide. Across comes Recchi, and good defending by Stratford. Out for a throw to Slough. Around about 20 yards from the Stratford goal. Quickly taken by Williams in towards Fraser. Fraser's first touch finds Nathan Webb. Webb just plays it out here towards Williams. Williams has come deep to try and get the ball. Ball does finally come through to Fraser, but he's under pressure and manages to get it through to Nathan Webb. Webb now playing it in, looking for Williams. Williams drills it goalwards, but it's blocked by Galliner and out for another corner for the Rebels on the far hand side by the new throne mask here at Arbour Park. Slough fans just slowly getting behind the team here, and Dunn will take this in swinging corner for Slough. Slough just being urged to send a few more bodies into the box. Dunn to take this corner, goes near post, bounces out. We'll come back out here towards Dunn. He gets time to take a touch and then puts a better delivery. That's a great cross in. It's almost an own goal. In fact, it comes off Hancock's. He just heads it wide of the goal, and they're going to let someone else take the corner on this side. Sean Fraser will be the player that goes across to take it again. It's a corner near this west side stand. It's starting to sound like a rapper. The west side, the west stand. It's going to be Sean Fraser, who has to jog all the way from right back to come and take this corner for Slough. Numerous corners that Slough have had. They still haven't capitalised on it yet. Still 0-0. 4 minutes before half time. Fraser looking to take it. Gaze to the far post. Headed back in by Nisbet. Grocott's got the chance to clear. Only comes as far as Webb. Webb takes the ball in his stride. Just turns. Holds the ball up. In towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to release Nisbet. Nisbet gets to the byline. Plays it across. Watkins tries to get there. It's a great tackle in the end by Recchi, who just gets there first. And now Slough got some defending to do. But as ever, Togwell covering for the two centre-backs. Plays it back towards Turner. And Turner plays it back in. In still up here, flicks the header on, but Galliner will let that run through towards the goalkeeper Connor. Lovely ball played in there by Mark Nisbet, hit it hard and low. Watkins tried to get there, but it was a really good tackle by the Stratford number 5, Lewis Recchi, who just managed to get a foot to it and block the shot as it came in. And it's a kick here by Connor from his hands up towards Taylor. Innes wins the header first. In fact, I don't understand how the referee has said that, but he's said it's a throw to Slough, taken quickly here by Fraser, looking for Warren Harris, beaten to the ball by Gallagher. Slough gets to advance 20 yards, quick throw by Fraser in towards Webb. Webb finds Fraser in a bit of space. Fraser down low looking for Watkins, not the best of balls there, And it comes here for Stevens. Stevens can break here for Stratford. Great tackle though by Inns. Watkins was actually helping out though. And the ball forwards by Inns, trying to find Williams. It's coming out here towards Dunn. Dunn's on his own. Just a heavy touch by him. But the ball ricochets kindly here towards Williams. Finds Nathan Webb. Webb's got Wells on the far post if he sees him. Crosses it in. Wells tries to come in. Ball bouncing around. Headed away by Gallagher. Flicked on by Grocott. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell shoots from distance. And it's well watched wide by Connor in the Stratford goal. And it's out of play for a goal kick here. So 4 minutes of what? I haven't seen anything. 2 minutes to go here at Arbour Park. I haven't seen any additional time. Here we go. The additional time just coming now from the referee. And just going to see how many additional minutes are required. We still haven't seen the goal kick come from yet. Goal kick finally comes in. This time Nisbet wins a header. Heads it backwards. Cooked clear though by Inns. Ball forward finds Warren Harris. Harris with a touch to Fraser. Fraser's ball hits Thomas, but Fraser gets the ricochet. Finds Webb. In towards Togwell. Togwell trying to find Dunn. Dunn just inside the centre circle. Holds the ball up well. Back in towards Togwell. And Togwell's ball finds Watkins. Watkins trying to find it in towards Dunn. Breaks into the box. Being pushed wide by Gallagher. And it comes off Gallagher last. It's a corner to the Rebels. And there will be 1 minute of added time. We've got about a minute of normal time plus 1 minute of added time to go. And yet again, it's another corner on this near hand side. Slough trying to get something from this game. This is, I don't know how many corners they've had from this near hand side. It's a lot, but they haven't managed to capitalise yet. Done with this corner. This time plays it in hard and low. Bounces around. Warren Harris hooks it goalwards. He wants a corner. The referee says it came off Harris last. And it's out for a goal kick. So still 0-0 as we enter the last 30 seconds of normal time with the 1 minute of added time to be put on. And Louis Connor, the Stratford goalkeeper, just takes his time with this goal kick. Again, aimed towards Stevens. Stevens up against Inns. Only one winner in that competition. Inns' header finds Thomas, and Thomas handles the ball as he tries to stop it there. And it's a free kick to Slough, just inside their own half. It's actually just inside the Stratford half. My apologies there. I was miles away from where what was going on. It's a free kick for Slough. A couple of feet inside the Stratford half. It's going to be Lee Togwell to take this free kick for Slough. Aims it into the box. Underneath it is Inns. Flicks it goalwards, but Nisbet just couldn't get on the end of that one, and it's out for a goal kick. We've got 30 seconds of added time to play, and I don't think you're going to see much of a action here in these next 30 seconds. Hereford have scored. Hereford are 1 up away to Chesham. We'll give you the half times in a second. We'll just wait for the referee to blow his whistle. It can't be much longer now. Corner must just have a built-in watch that tells him it's 30 seconds to play. Plays the ball, and it is indeed half-time here at Arbour Park. It's 0-0. And both goalkeepers have been tested well. Slough have had the better of the possession and the chances here. They've had a lot of corners, but have yet to capitalise from it. And they'll maybe look to change a few things round at half-time with those kind of things. Maybe the introduction of James Dobson, maybe a solution to that with a different kind of corner coming in. But it's 0-0 here at Arbour Park, and we will bring you the latest goals from the other games for you in a second, as we'll just wait to see. We're just going to see what we've got going on here at the moment, just waiting for the half times to come through. The Stratford Town Twitter man says the Blues survive an aerial bombardment going all square. So it is all square here at Arbour Park. So just a reminder that the upcoming games for the Rebels will be on Tuesday, which is Boxing Day. Slough are at home to Farnborough Football Club. That is a 12 o'clock kickoff, so please, if you are planning on coming down to Arbour Park for that game, please remember it is a 12 o'clock kickoff on midday. Then after that, Slough will be away to Cheshire United on the 1st of January. So you will all be having hangovers while you attend that game. That is a 3 o'clock kick-off, that game, away to Cheshire on the 1st. And just a reminder that then that the next game after that is on the 6th, where Slough will be at home to Hereford. And just a reminder that is an all-ticket match. You will need to either have a season ticket or B, purchase a ticket for that game. Yeah. And so there you go. We've got some half-time scores slowly coming through. We'll just wait for those to be concluded before we give those out. And like I say, if you do want to get in contact with the Rebels, you're nicking my half-time scores. Go away. No, I'll go turn it off now. Just says that you can't. Give us a second, I'll find some. Yeah, so I don't even know what we're saying. It gets so just. You're coming around this side now. Basingstoke 0, Royston 0. Chesham 0, Hereford 1. Tiverton 1, Farnborough 0. Biggleswade 0, Banbury 0. Let's see what else we can find for you. St Ives 0, Gosport 0. No, they were 1 up. That's St Ives 0, Gosport. Just wait for those. Just waiting for the scores to come through for you there. So just a reminder, if you do want to get in contact with us today here at Rebels Radio, you can do so via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, and that will come through to us here. And also if you're listening and you've got YouTube on, then it will come through there as well. Merthyr 0, Kings Lynn 1 is the half-time score. We'll just wait for some of the others to come through as well. Just Bishop Stortford 0, Dorchester 0. We'll just wait for a few more. And we're just waiting for a couple more just to come through on Twitter. So just waiting for those to come through. So just if you haven't seen it on the Slough Town page, the website, that some of the players and management went to Wexham Park Hospital the other day to donate the children's toys that were donated kindly by many of you. They were all wrapped and given to the children on the children's ward and the children's oncology ward, which is the cancer ward. So huge thank you to the Slough Town players and management for doing that. I believe it was very well accepted and everyone had a bit of fun. So I'll give you the all of the half-time scores in our league. It's Basingstoke 0, Royston 0. Biggleswade 0, Banbury 0. Bishop Stortford 0, Dorchester 0. Chesham 0, Hereford 1. Kettering 2, Dunstable 0. Merthyr 0, Kings Lynn 1. St Ives 0, Gosport 0. St Neots 2, Kings Langley 2. Tiverton 1, Farnborough 0. And Weymouth 2, Redditch 0. Those are your half-time scores from the Southern Premier League. And we haven't had an attendance given to us here today. We won't read you the Premier League scores, so I know some of you like to watch Match of the Day without the scores. So I will just go on to the Sky Bet Championship for you. It's Bolton 0, Cardiff 0, Derby County 3, Millwall 0, Fulham 0, Barnsley 0, Leeds 1, Hull 0, Preston North End 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Bristol City 0, Reading 0, Burton Albion 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 0, Sunderland 1, Birmingham 1, and Wolves 1, Ipswich 0. Moving on to Sky Bet League 1. I've just gone too far past it. Typical, isn't it? There you go. Let me just see if I can find that one back. League 1 is AFC Wimbledon 1, Bradford 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Doncaster Rovers 1, Charlton 1, Blackpool 0, Northampton 1, Blackburn 1, Oxford United 0, Wigan 3, sorry. Peterborough 1, Bury 0, Plymouth 2, Oldham 0, Rochdale 0, Walsall 0, Rotherham 2, MK Dons 1, Scunthorpe 1, Southend 1, and Shrewsbury 0, Portsmouth 0. Now we'll move on to League 2 for you. It's Accrington 1, Crawley 3, Barnet 0, Cheltenham 2, Colchester 1, Port Vale 0. Yeah. Just getting a cup of tea there. Crewe 0, Swindon 3, Forest Green Rovers 0, Carlisle 1, Luton 1, Grimsby 0, Mansfield 1, Morecambe 0, Newport 0, Lincoln 0, Notts County 0, Cambridge 1, Stevenage 3, Chesterfield 1, and Yeovil 1, Exeter 0. Those are your scores from the other 3 leagues. I can tell you that Maidenhead United have made the long trip to Hartlepool this afternoon, and they're 1-0 down. And we'll just read you the scores from the National League South. It's Bognor 0, Poole 0, Chelmsford 3, Welling 0, Chippenham 0, Bath City 2, Dartford 1, Braintree 1, East Thurrock 2, Whitehawk 1, Eastbourne 0, Havant and Waterlooville 1, Hemel 0, Concord Rangers 0, Oxford City 0, Hampton Richmond 0, Truro 0, Gloucester City 0, Wilstone 1, St Albans 1, and Weston-super-Mare 1, Hungerford 1. Those are all of those. Some of the Slough players are already out for the start of the second half. Obviously, they want to get a bit of warmth in their bodies before they come through. And some terrible news coming from the game between Overchurch FC and Gresley FC. Their game has been called off as a fan has had a cardiac arrest and been taken to hospital. So we hope that he gets well soon there. Not nice before Christmas. And we'll see if we can find you some other things to do. What else are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Who knows? What we'll do is we'll just come off for a minute, and we'll be back with the second half commentary for you in a second. So we're just waiting for the start of the second half here at Arbour Park. Doesn't look like there's any substitutes for Slough at the moment. Not all of the players are up. So just do your quick half-time quiz for you. Sean Fraser has scored 4 goals in his 250 appearances for the Rebels so far, without cheating and without looking. Oh, I've got one. So I'm sure that Mr. Underwood, who's listening in Australia, will most of you know this. I should hope so. Name the 4 clubs that Sean Fraser has scored against. So one was this season in the FA Cup. That was an easy one to get there. He got goal number 5 in that game, so that's narrowed it down for you. Then one was when we weren't away, but we played somewhere where we played before at home. If that's a little hint for you. Okay, and then the other 2 are local derbies. In fact, 3 of them are local derbies. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just before the start of the game. You have to name the 4 clubs that Sean Fraser has scored against in his 250 Slough appearances. I can tell you that 2 of the goals were absolute crackers. 2 of them were, I wouldn't even say that I could knock them in, but they were little tap-ins. So we'll give you a few minutes just to see if you can figure out who it was that Sean Fraser scored his 4 goals against. I'll actually give you a couple of minutes into the start of the second half before I give you the answer to that quiz question. Name the 4 clubs that Sean Fraser has scored against. I'd love to give you a prize, but all I've got on hand is someone else's mobile phone. I don't think they're like that. And I've got a custard cream. And unfortunately, I'm going to eat the custard cream now. So that's prize gone, I'm afraid. So you're running out of prizes for your quiz. Custard cream's just going now. So there you go. That's the custard cream gone. You can't have that prize. And we'll just wait for the second half here to come and start. Some of the games are already underway in the Southern Premier League. Both Weymouth, Kettering and St Neots have already kicked off. So there you go. Some of those have already started. So there you go. We're just waiting for the 2 sides to fully come out here. Tequila Sharks had a go. He's got 2 right, but I mean you've got to know one of the other ones, Tequila, because if I give you FA Cup this season and we scored 6 goals, there's not many of those. So you should be able to get the other one. And the other one, I'll give you a little hint. It wasn't against Beaconsfield, but it was at Beaconsfield when we were away. So see if you can come back to that one and see if you can get the answer to that. And we'll see how it's going. So I did notice that there was a couple of teams in Southern Premier League today who aren't playing. Frome and Hitchin, basically they moved their game forwards early on. So there you go. So last season they actually finished here at Holloway's Park 0-0, and it's 0-0 here at the moment now. So we'll be hoping for a better second half with some goals to come in. I can tell you that all the players from both sides are out. I'm just having a quick scout around. There's no substitution for Slough at half time. So let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's one. No, all of the players right. There's no half-time substitution. So I'll run through the 2 sides for you again. Starting with the visitors. In goal is Louis Connor. 2, Dan Summerfield. 3 is Lee Thomas. 4, Andrew Galliner. 5 is Lewis Ritchie. 6 is the captain James Fry. 7 is Eli Baku. 8 James Hancock. 9 Mike Taylor. 10 is Will Grocott. And 11 is Ben Stevens. For the Rebels it's Sean Fraser, Jack Turner in goal. Sean Fraser 2, George Wells 3. 4 is Alan Innes. 5 is the captain Martin Nisbet. 6, stop. He stopped it, started it. The referee stopped it, started it. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 Nathan Webb. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Manny Williams. 10 Brad Watkins. 11 Warren Harris. The referee has started the game twice and not done it. And finally gets the game underway. And it's quickly throw here for Slough on this near hand side. One back though by Hancock's, but Nathan Webb gets in front of Summerfield. Ball back here towards Togwell. Togwell's ball trying to find Warren Harris, but goes out of play for a throw to Stratford. And Thomas, the left wing back, will take this throw for them. Played in, headed away well by Fraser. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell gets there first and finds Dunn. Dunn tries to get there first, but Hancock's with a little ball in. Finds Grocott. Grocott in towards Stevens. Stevens can turn. Trying to play it in through to Taylor. Nisbet gets a good touch, but Taylor was offside anyway. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. So remember that half-time quiz. Name the 4 teams that Sean Fraser scored against in his 250 games. I've just got another custard cream, so I'll just eat that quickly. Ball played forward, looking for Taylor, but hooked clear by Ince. Up to Warren Harris, and then Hancock's with the ball. Ince heads it away, and it goes out of play for a throw to Stratford, which Stevens will take. No, he's going to leave it for the left wing back Thomas. Taken quickly in towards Stevens. Ball played in by Thomas, looking for Taylor. Taylor gets fouled by Ince, and it's a free kick to Stratford around about 25 yards away from goal, but quite close to the left-hand tram line of the penalty area. So I will give you the answer to that quiz question in a second. We'll just see this free kick come in from Stratford. Standing over the free kick is Stevens. Stevens is the leading goal scorer for Stratford. Standing over this free kick. 3-man wall for the Rebels. Stevens looks like he's going to strike it. He does strike it. It's high and over the top and out for a goal kick to Slough. So I shall put you out of your misery and tell you that the 4 teams that Sean Fraser scored his first goal against Burnham from about 6 inches out. He then scored against Beaconsfield here at Arbour Park in a 7-4 cup victory. His next goal was against Hayes and Yedding, a scorcher from the edge of the box when we were Hayes and Yedding were showering at Holloway's Park. And then the other one was this season against Gainsborough. Ball's here with Manny Williams. Just gets to the edge of the box. Finds Dunn. Dunn with the ball back out towards Wells. Wells volleys the ball across. It's hooked clear. And out for a throw to Slough halfway inside the Stratford half. Ball's just gone into the thing. And it's a throw to Slough, which George Wells takes in towards Alan Ince. Ince crosses the ball in. Headed away well, though, by Gallagher. Only as far as Webb. Webb's ball only finds Hancock's throw for Stratford. He tries to play the ball through. Sean Fraser, the only one defending, and defends against a 2-on-1 opposition there. And then plays the ball out here towards Warren Harris. Harris takes a touch, comes off Ricky last, and it's a throw to Slough. But that was really good defending by Sean Fraser there. And it's a quick throw here by Slough, by Harris, in towards Williams. Back in towards Harris. Harris lets the ball go. Tries to get the ball in. Crosses deep. Headed away, though, by Gallagher. Hits Recce in the head. Slough trying to get there first. Ball's finally hooked clear, though, by Hancock's. Comes out here towards Stevens. Stevens under pressure from Ince, and Ince has fouled Stevens. It's a free kick to Stratford, 10 yards inside their own half. Still 0-0 here at Arbour Park. And they're going to leave this free kick for the left wing back Lee Thomas to take for Stratford. And just waiting for his team to get a bit further up the field here. Chips the ball down the line, looking for Stevens. Stevens heads the ball on, but Ince will try and get there first. Taylor gets there first, though, instead towards Stratford. Back in towards Stevens. Ball played in towards Grocott. Grocott, lovely little feet there. Holds the ball up well on this left-hand side. Turns, cuts back in the side, in towards Bacco. Bacco in towards Thomas. Thomas crosses the ball first time. Taylor tries to get there. Gets a touch to the first header. But Wells is there to see the ball out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side, deep inside their own half. Taken quickly by Wells towards Turner in the Slough goal. His ball this time trying to find Harris. Harris waits for the ball. Thomas gets there first, and the ball finds Stevens. Stevens manages to keep. He doesn't keep it in. Ball just ran under where the dugout is. I couldn't see it, but the ball had actually gone out of play and out for a throw to Slough. The referee just telling Fraser to go back a few yards. which he duly does, and then throws the ball back towards Turner in the Slough goal. Turner not being chased down, so has plenty of time just to control the ball and look to play it forwards. Long ball out on the far hand side where Wells has found a bit of space on the left. Just holds the ball, cuts inside, hits with his right foot in. Headed away well though by Recce. Comes into the centre where Togwell tries to dive in and win it, but he fouls Hancock, and it's a free kick to Stratford Town. 10 yards inside their own half. And it's going to be Recce that will take the free kick for Stratford here. Aims for Stevens on the far hand side. Fraser wins the header and is now looking for a free kick. Doesn't come, and Stevens manages to get the ball here for Stratford. In towards Thomas. Thomas back here towards Gallagher. Gallagher's ball hits Watkins straight in the face. Come back here though towards Togwell. Togwell finds Dunn. Dunn with the ball over the top, looking for Watkins. Watkins takes it down well. Gets goal side. Oh, it's a good block in though, but comes back out towards Dunn. Dunn looks to shoot from distance. Shoots. It's a great save by Connor. In towards Harris. Superb defended by Thomas, who manages to slide in and block it as Harris had fired the ball goalwards. It's another corner to Slough. This time again it is on the west side, and again it will be Simon Dunn to come across and take this. But Slough with some good chances there. First save from Dunn by Connor was really good, and then really decent defending by Lee Thomas, blocking the Warren Harris shot inside the 6-yard box. Ball comes in from the corner, comes through all the way. Watkins heads it across goal, bounces around. Nisbet fouls, and it's a free kick there as Nisbet barged into James Fry. The two captains coming together, and it's a free kick to Stratford inside their own half. And the Stratford manager coming halfway down the pitch just to give his team some encouragement. Long kick here by Connor, well won by Inns, bounces around though, cleared by Hancock, looking for Stevens up against Fraser. Fraser defends that one really well. Ball comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell just chased down by Stevens. Hits Hancock's on the shin. Played forward here by Nisbet. Looking for Watkins. Watkins gets fouled by Recce. Recce says it's not a foul. The referees, and again, that's the 7th time that I've seen a Stratford player kick the ball away. And for the first time in this game, the referee finally realises what's been going on and gets his book out, and it's Bacco who gets a yellow card for kicking the ball away after the free kick. That yellow card coming on 53 minutes. A free kick to Slough just inside the Stratford half, sorry. And it's Fraser with the ball in. Headed goalwards by Inns, but it's going straight out of play for a goal kick. There you go. So it's goal kick to Slough, still 0-0. 8 minutes gone of the second half. So just wait for again the Stratford goalkeeper to go across to take this kick. We'll try and keep you up to date with the scores from some of the other games as well. We're still waiting for the goal kick to be taken. And Connor plays it out here towards Bacco, takes it on his chest, but Dunn's in there first for Slough and finds Wells. Wells just cuts inside past Bacco, still keeps hold of the ball, and then under pressure finds the ball here towards Inns. Inns has a bit of space, looking up to find Williams. Williams trying to flick the ball on to Harris, but Thomas comes through. Ball over the top for Taylor. Taylor's actually onside. He's just got the goalkeeper to beat. He's trying to score. He does, and Stratford take the lead on 54 minutes. The goal coming from Mike Taylor. So, 54 definitely the time there. And it's the lead for Stratford. A simple ball over the top. As Slough were in the wrong position. Just the goalkeeper to beat. And Taylor does exactly that. Draws the keeper out. And then strips it. Sorry, just dinks the ball over the on-rushing Turner to give Stratford the lead. And yet again, Slough have come and taken... have to come from behind here at Arbour Park for the third game in a row. They've conceded the first goal, and they'll be disappointed with that. Just a simple ball over the top, and Taylor was onside, clearly through, and it's a good finish by the striker there. That is Taylor's 7th goal of the season. And Slough take the kick off quickly, in towards Wells, trying to find Watkins. Ball comes in the centre where Togwell tries to win the ball. Does fire to win it in towards Dunn. Dunn's got Wells on the overlap if he wants him. Back who's going to come and close him down. Wells has to stop his run. In towards Togwell. Togwell just running with the ball. Finds Watkins in a little bit of space. Watkins will hold the ball up to find someone, because someone's standing in the way again. It's actually gone out of play for a throw to Slough. Couldn't tell you who it came off because I couldn't see. And it's Warren Harris with the ball, gets his cross blocked. He comes back out here towards Fraser, in here towards Nathan Webb. Webb goes into the box. Oh, it's hooked clear in the end by Galliner. Finds Taylor. Taylor has the ball, chips it up, looking for Bacco on the far hand side. Wells is in there first for Slough, but the ball comes through to Fry. His ball is out of play and out for a throw to Slough, 10 yards inside their own half. And it's a quick throw in from Wells. Finds Nisbet. Nisbet plays the ball down the field. It's a free header there for Recce. Comes out here towards Summerfield. He gets clattered by Lee Togwell. It's a free kick to Stratford. And you're going to see a couple of substitutions for the Rebels here. This free kick will come in first. It's just on the halfway line, so it's Grocott to take this free kick for Stratford. Looking for Taylor, who's the lone front man. It almost hits him on the back and goes through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just rolls the ball to the edge of the penalty area, plays the ball down on the field. Looking for Watkins. Watkins wins the header, but heads it in the wrong direction. Flicked on well by Summerfield, playing more central this second half. Ball though finds Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to burst into the area, still running with the ball. Gets a little touch to Williams. Ball comes back out here towards Dunn. Finds Warren Harris. Harris crosses it first time. Looking for Williams. Headed away though well by the captain Fry. Hooked on by Stevens. Stevens will chase his own flicker. Wins the header. And then Mark Nisbet just has to get goal side of Taylor to win the ball. Turner with the ball down the field, looking for Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Thomas. Good defending again by the left wing back. And you will see a double substitution for Slough. Coming on is James Dobson. Coming off is Nathan Webb for Chris. I don't know what's going on there. That's the wrong number. Right, so Nathan Webb and Manny Williams have come off, and coming on are James Dobson and Chris Flood. So my apologies there, because the first number that went up was the wrong number. They got the wrong number again. Right, definitely these are the two substitutions. It's Nathan Webb off and Manny Williams off. Coming on James Dobson and Chris Flood. And those are on 58 minutes. So substitutions. And first substitution for Stratford. Coming off is Andrew Galliner. And coming on is Liam Francis. So Galliner's off with an injury. Francis comes on. And Francis comes on for his 27th appearance for the club this season. Ball and gets straight into action as he heads the ball out of play for a throw to Slough. And Slough want to try and take it quickly here with Fraser. Referee again just telling him not to go any further forwards. And it's Fraser with the throw. In towards Togwell. Togwell holds the ball up well. Back in towards Fraser. Fraser just overruns it. Hooked clear though by Hancock. Well intercepted by Inns. Then finds Warren Harris. Harris tries to go past Thomas. Gets a lucky ricochet. Goes through. Evades the challenge. Still running with the ball. Hits it straight at Thomas. It'll come into Francis, and Francis clears it out of play for another throw to Slough. Right by the corner flag. Slough missing the long throw of Hollis. Taken quickly though towards Dobson. Dobson's ball in the box. Over the top of everyone. And out for a goal kick. Slough fans turning their attentions to the Stratford manager, who comes so far out of his technical area to remonstrate with his team that the Slough fans kindly telling where we're going for. And it's Connor with this goal kick. Huge kick here, aimed again for Taylor. Taylor looks to a foul, but he flicks the ball on all the way through to Turner. The referee just lets the play go. Turner takes it quickly here on the far hand side. Dobson wins the header. Finds Dunn. Dunn trying to flick it on. Bursts in towards Dobson into the box. Just forced away from goal. Dobson still has the ball though. Crosses goalwards. Flood's there with a header, but it's a good save though. Straight at Connor in the Stratford goal. But there's some laboured chanting from the Slough fans behind the goal here this afternoon. And it's a long kick here again by Connor into the dark night sky here. Underneath it is Wells. His header only finds Grocott. He in turns finds Baku. Baku down that far hand side. Loses the ball. It's one back here by Slough with Dunn. Dunn got absolutely clattered there by Grocott. Doesn't get. He gets a free kick. I was expecting maybe a little bit more. But the referee says it's a free kick to Slough. Taken quickly by Turner. Looking for Watkins. Watkins does well to flick the ball on. Flood trying to get goalward. But it's well marshalled by Recce there, who marshals it back towards the Stratford Town goalkeeper. And it's Connor with the ball. And long ball forwards for him. Headed away well by Nisbet. In towards Dobson, who turns, goes past two players, still has the ball, finds Webb, he's got a bit of, Flood is with a bit of space. Flood goes past one player, now finds Warren Harris on the edge of the 18-yard box, chips in first time. Watkins looking for a little push in the back there, it wasn't given, and in fact it's gone out of play for a throw on the far hand side. Slough looking for a penalty, but not given by the referee or linesman. And it's gone out for a throw to Stratford on the far hand side. And again the referee just urging Stratford to try and hurry it up a little bit here on that far hand side. Stratford with this 1-goal lead coming on 54 minutes from Taylor. It's given Stratford the lead. They're still just... And again it's finally the throws come in. Finds Grocott. Grocott with a good touch. Holds the ball up. Comes to Summerfield. Hancock's with the clearance down the line. Only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet's ball high into the underneath it is Thomas. Poor touch by him means that Togwell can win the ball back. In towards Warren Harris. Harris finds Watkins. Watkins now on the right hand side here with this ball. Cuts inside well. Still has the ball at his feet. Lovely ball in to find Flood. Flood. Yeah, it is Flood. Ball bounces round. Flood still got it on the edge of the box. Bursts in. Tries to do. Hooked clear though. And finds Stevens for Stratford. Stevens with the ball. Again this time it's the same ball looking for Taylor. This time Taylor was offside. And it was high up on the line. Nisbet just playing that offside line well there. And a quick kick by him finding Dobson. Dobson's header trying to find Dunn inside the box. Dunn gets there, but it's played out on the far hand side. Dobson wins it back though for Slough in towards Wells. Dobson and Wells just run into each other. And it's gone out of play off the two of them for a throw. It looks like there might be another substitution for Stratford coming up. And the linesman just telling the Stratford manager, he said, I'll come and do the substitution when your player's actually ready to come on. Throw comes in on the far hand side, headed away by Dobson, but just straight back out of play. And it's you're going to see this substitution now. We are indeed. The substitution will be coming on Justin Marsden, and he is replacing number 7 Eli Baku. So it's Eli Baku off, Justin Marsden on, and that's in the 64th minute. And Baku just jogging off there after picking up his 4th yellow card of the season earlier. Comes off, and it's Marsden who comes on for Stratford. And the Slough fans just a little bit disappointed that it's taken so long for him to get off the pitch, but quite entitled to just jog off. And Marsden immediately takes his place here as this throw will come in on the far hand side from the captain Fry. And it's just a few yards inside the Slough half as this throw. And Fry trying to find Taylor, headed on there by the substitute from Marsden. Ball comes in here towards Hancock. His header forward comes and hits Taylor. Taylor's trying to spread the ball out, but in fact gives the ball away here to Warren Harris. But he's deep inside his own half. Plays it in towards Flood. Gets the ball back, but it's a poor touch by Flood. And Thomas can win the ball back here. Plays it forward, looking for Taylor. Headed away by Nisbet. Grocott then heads the next ball across. Comes out on the far hand side to Marsden, the sub. Hits it straight at Wells, but Taylor will keep the ball in on the far hand side. Holds it up well. Comes through to Marsden. In towards Grocott. Grocott lovely little ball in trying to find Marsden. Marsden holds the ball up well. But Dunn gets his body in the way to win the ball back for Slough. And then played in here towards Fraser. Fraser finds Warren Harris. Harris under pressure from two players. He's lost the ball here towards Thomas. Finds Hancock. Hancock's with the ball forwards for Stevens. Stevens is offside. Still kicks it forwards. And he scores a goal, but he's offside. But it's a free kick to Slough. And Turner rushes forwards to take this one. Pumps that ball all the way down the field. It's been allowed to bounce and come through to Dobson. Dobson hooks the ball into the penalty area. Underneath it is Watkins. Watkins got pushed off the ball there. That is either really good defending or a penalty, because Recchi didn't look to see where the ball was. It's Connor, the goalkeeper, that's claimed the ball, but let's just say that Watkins was eased off the ball as he charged into the penalty area. Ball played forwards. Taylor underneath it for Stratford. Comes off Wells. Can he keep it in? He can't. It's a throw to Stratford on the far hand side. Stratford with this 1-goal lead given to them by Taylor on the 54th minute. Slough just haven't tested Connor in the Stratford goal enough. He's only had 2 efforts that he's really made to make a save for, and he's been equal to both of those. And a throw will come in on the far hand side from Fry. Fry playing a bit further forwards in towards Grocott. And then offside against Marsden. And again, Stratford failed to leave the ball there. It's a free kick to Slough for Turner to take deep inside his own half. He takes it quickly though and finds Wells instead. Wells looks up and plays the ball down the field, looking for Watkins. Watkins flicks the ball on. Ball comes through into the box. It's hooked clear by Recchi. Comes out here though towards Dobson. Dobson finds Wells. Wells bringing the ball forward. Now finds Dobson. Dobson just a chance to run at the defence. Goes past a couple of challenges. Still has the ball. Comes across into a central position. Finds Togwell. Togwell with the ball down here towards Fraser. Fraser's ball into the box. Finds Watkins. Ball bouncing around.
Clemo. Clements.
Can't see what's going on. It's a corner to Slough. And this time Dobson will be the player that goes across to take it. And it's going to be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. And Dobson just wearing some nice little black gloves there. Dobson to line up and take this one. Goes in towards it. It's an easy save though for Connor. An easy claim in his 6-yard box. And corner didn't really trouble him. And he's not going to be in a hurry to get up and play this one forwards. It's still played just over the halfway period of this first half. Stratford still with this 1-goal lead. Ball played out on the far hand side. Marsden tries to keep it in. Does well to keep it in on the far hand side. Wells gets a touch, but it comes off Wells last, and it's a throw to Stratford on that far hand side. We'll try and give you some latest scores from other games in the Southern Premier League. Good afternoon to Kathleen Porter, who's bringing some Christmas cake down on Boxing Day, so that'd be nice. Headed away though by Wells. Ball only comes far as Stevens. Stevens finds Hancock. Hancock's with a bit of space here. Plays it out to Thomas. Thomas can't keep that in. It's out for a throw to Slough. And it's a throw deep inside the Slough half. And it's taken by Fraser in towards Turner. Turner being chased down, but manages to play the ball forward. Looking for Watkins. Recchi wins the header. Comes off Grocott last. Looking for Fry on the far hand side. Dobson gets there first. Dobson trying to break past him. Does so. Hits it in hard and low. Oh, what a save that is by Connor in the Stratford goal. The ball played in by Dobson with real pace. Flood just pokes a foot at it, and I think it's caught the goalkeeper in the face. That is a stunning save by the Stratford goal. I don't honestly think he knows much about it. I think he's got it in the face there, and it's a cracking save by Connor in the Stratford goal, literally from inside, point blank from not even 6 yards. He's maybe 3 yards away. He's got it in the face. Well, that's what he seems to be saying. He's got it in the face, but it's a corner to Slough. But that is a stunning save, and our good friends at FC Video, I'm sure, have caught it this week. We won't say anything about last week's one. So I think, is he going to stand there again? Connor just getting some treatment there. So while Connor gets some treatment, let's see if we can find you some latest scores from there. Good afternoon to Noah Hinton, who's a Stratford fan. Am I the only Stratford fan here? Well, there's not many of you Stratford fans have made the journey down. So obviously you're all under the thumb and doing some Christmas shopping. So good to have you on board there, Noah, and hope you're enjoying the commentary. Definitely enjoying the score. And I'll tell you what, when you see the clips of that save, that is an absolute stunning save. We're just going to see if we can find you some scores. Connor slowly comes to his feet there. We're just waiting for the corner to come in. And the referee just making sure that Connor's okay. It's not so much that he continued, that he just gathers his thoughts there just a little bit. It's a corner that Dobson will take, and it's an in-swinging corner again from this near hand side by the West Stand. This time he goes near post, flicks into the box, hooked clear in the end though by Recce. Dunn heads the ball the wrong direction. It comes out here towards Hancock, so he can clear the ball. Marston's in a foot race here with Wells. They'll leave it though for Turner to come first too. Turner gets the ball down the line, headed away though by Fry, only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet finds Togwell. Togwell's inside his own half. Back towards Turner. Turner just brings the ball 15 yards outside of his area, the ball at his feet. Chips it on the far hand side looking for Flood. Flood flicks the ball in towards the path of Wells. Wells on that left hand side finds Dunn. Dunn with a quick touch in towards Wells. Wells then finds Nisbet to Dobson. Back in towards Nisbet. Nisbet halfway inside the Stratford half. Back here towards Dobson. Dobson knows to cross the ball first time. It's a good cross. It's over the head of everyone. So now we'll try and keep the ball in, but it's going to go out of play for a throw to Stratford. I'm going to give you the latest scores in the Southern Premier League as it stands. Basingstoke 0, Royston 0, Biggleswade 1, Banbury 0, Bishop Stortford 0, Dorchester 0, Chesham 0, Hereford 1, Kettering 3, Dunstable 0, Merthyr 0, Kings Lynn 1, Slough 0, Stratford 1, St Ives 1, Gosport 0, St Neots 2, Kings Langley 2, Tiverton 1, Farnborough 1, and Weymouth 3, Redditch 0. Those are your latest score. Ball headed in by Fraser towards Flood. In here towards Wells. Wells just brings it forward. In towards Flood again. Played forwards. Poor touch by Flood. Means that Francis can clear for Stratford. And it's gone out of play though for a throw to Slough inside their own half. Taken quickly. Played forwards. Watkins trying to win the ball, but he gets fouled by Francis. It's a free kick to Slough. And yet again, it's a free kick to Slough. Again, it's going to be Fraser that will take this free kick for Slough. And he's going to leave it for Turner, just inside the Stratford half. Switches the ball into the box. Goalkeeper comes, and it's a good claim there by Louis Connor, the Stratford goalkeeper. It's just enough for him to just claim that ball at full stretch. And it's still Slough Town 0, Stratford 1. We played 28 minutes of the second half. And it's a long kick here by Connor, goes straight out of play. And we need another ball, which is quickly dispatched. And it's a throw on the far hand side, which George Wells will take. Eventually, the referee just saying that he's come too far forwards. Quick throw by Wells, finds Dobson. Back towards Wells, who can take the ball down just inside his own. Oh, he just gives the ball away poorly there. Comes out here towards Summerfield. Summerfield chips the ball forwards, but it's got too much on it, and that will go straight through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just urging his side forwards here as we enter the last 16 minutes of this second half. Ball played forwards. That's a free header there for Recce. Comes through to Sievers, but it's won by Inns. Watkins trying to get the ball, bounces down. Smashed forwards by Hancock. Again, looking for the run of Taylor. Taylor trying to get there. Turner has to head the ball away for Slough. It's hit first time by Grocott. Saved by Turner with his feet, and then Taylor puts it over the top of the bar. He's got to be in an offside position, Lino. Oh, it's disgraceful, Lino. Taylor had chased the knock-on with Fraser, so Taylor's in an offside position. When the shot comes in, I think it was Grocott, he hit it hard and low. Turner saves with his feet, but it falls to Taylor. Taylor's got to be in an offside position. He's standing next to the goalie. Ball played forward, headed away well though by Recce. Comes out here towards Taylor. Taylor goes down looking for a free kick, doesn't get it. Take a quick throw here by Slough. Watkins goes down. It's going to be hooked clear in the end by Hancock's. Trying to find Stevens. Stevens will take a touch here up against Nisbet. Gets to the edge of the box. Breaks in. Waits for a little bit of help. Help comes from Grocott. Slides in for his Inns. Oh, that is a superb tackle by Inns. It's at the expense of a corner. But it was a really good tackle there. And again, Stratford, no hurry to take this corner. They were actually just playing a little bit of keep ball. A little bit of keepy-uppy there from Stevens. And you can tell that Stratford are maybe not going to put too many men forwards here. A lot of the centre-backs have stayed back here. Headed in, and it's headed off by Taylor from the corner and way over the top of the bar. It's a goal kick to the Rebels. We're going to see a final substitution for Slough. Coming off is Brad Watkins. Coming on is Gavin James. That is the final substitution for Slough. And that coming in 76 minutes. That substitution. So it's Brad Watkins off, Gavin James on. So Slough back with two up front here, but it's Turner with this goal kick. Played deep inside, looking for Dobson. Dobson does well to win the flick on. Comes through to Dunn. Dunn gets a lucky ricochet into the path of James. First touch of him. Hits his cross straight at Recce, and it's out for a throw to Slough right by the corner flag. And taken quickly by James to find Wells. Wells just goes past one player as if he's not there. Still with the ball. Chips it first time. Comes through to the far side. It's come off the head of Recce. It'll be another throw to Slough on this near hand side. Fraser jogs across to try and take this one with a little bit of urgency. Right, Slough need a bit of movement there because every single player is marked at the moment. And Fraser gets the ball in, trying to find Gavin James. Headed away though by Hancock. Comes back out for another throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Fraser in towards Warren Harris. Harris turning up against Thomas. Comes off Thomas. It's another throw just right by the corner flag. Again, Fraser takes it quickly towards Dunn. Back out towards Fraser. Fraser gets a chance to cross. It's a good cross. At the back post, it's well defended by Recce, my fault there, who heads it away for another throw on the far hand side. Flood just beaten to the ball there by the Stratford centre-back. Wells on the far side now to take this throw. Level the Stratford 18-yard line. Inns has been urged to come forward for Slough for this throw into the box. Wells with it, looking for Inns. Inns trying to flick the ball on. Comes to the edge of the area. It's hooked clear by Marsden. Underneath it for Slough is Fraser up against Stevens. Back here towards Nisbet. Nisbet plays the ball forwards on the far hand side. It's got too much on. It's out of play for a throw to Stratford. And again, they're slowing the pace of the game down here by taking their time. The referee adds on all of the time that they've been time wasting. We could be still here on Christmas Day playing. And still haven't got the throw coming. It comes in now on the far hand side. Hooked clear though by Wells. Looking for James. James does well to flick the ball on, but it hits Fry on the foot. Played it straight down the field. It's gone out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's a throw to Slough just inside the Stratford half. Quickly taken by Wells in towards Dunn. Back towards Wells and Dunn. Just play a little 1-2. Headed away though, and then hooked clear by Hancock. Comes towards Stevens. Holds the ball up. Again, that ball over the top for Taylor. Taylor's in a foot race with Fraser. He gets there first. He shoots. He hits the post. Ball comes out. Comes out towards Togwell. He can clear. Flicked on by Warren Harris. In towards Flood. Flood holds the ball up for Slough. In towards Togwell. Ball play forwards for Warren Harris. Harris trying to get behind. Thomas gets to the edge of the box. Thomas with a really good tackle. It's out for another corner to Slough. And end-to-end football here. That was a good chance for Stratford to have scored again. Taylor hits the post, but it's a corner to the Rebels, and this time Dobson will take this one again on this near hand side. Just waiting for the signal to come in. Stratford have got some big players back there though to help defend this one. Played in towards the near post, headed away. Comes to the edge of the box where it's flicked on. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header looking for Flood on the edge, trying to flick the ball in. Bounces around on the edge, comes through, still bouncing around. Harris has a shot blocked, comes to the edge of the box, hooked clear, finds Stevens though for Stratford. Stratford can play, he just plays it straight down the line, but Turner will get there first for Slough and immediately hits the ball forwards. Flood comes deep to get the ball there for Slough and finds Togwell. Togwell inside his own half, looks up, chips the ball forwards Looks like Nisbet has been urged forward. Oh, ball comes in towards Inns. Inside the box. Inns tries to shoot. It's blocked. Comes through to Dobson, and Dobson blazes that one. I don't know, but I think Santa might get hit by that shot. That's way over the top of the bar there. It came through to Inns and Nisbet, both still up there for that one. And it was a shot by Inns that was blocked well on the edge of the area. And then Dobson just fires that one high and wide. And now I think that the goalkeeper is going to get a yellow card here. He's trying to explain to the referee that he can't take the goal kick. The goalkeeper has decided that he can't take the goal kick. So Thomas has gone across to take the goal kick, which is why he hasn't got a yellow card for time wasting. Ball down by Thompson. Headed away by Inns. It's a foul by Taylor for leaning in. It's a free kick to the Rebels. And again, they'll leave it for Jack Turner to take. Turner to look forward to take this ball into the box. He's going to try and pummel this one into. Oh, they're going to play it short here towards Fraser. Fraser's got a bit of space here to try and get a better cross in. Puts a cross in. It's a great cross. It's defended well. Comes onto the far side where Frey just stops it from going from a corner and smashes that ball clear down the field. Only person back in the Slough half apart from Turner is Wells. Wells just keeps the ball in play. Chips it out here towards Fraser. Stratford have every man apart from one behind the ball. Ball played forwards. It's got too much on it. That's a poor ball. And Nisbet looking for a corner. Doesn't get it. It's out for a goal kick. We're coming up to the final 10 minutes of the game here. It's still Slough Town 0, Stratford 1. Slough heading for a second successive league home defeat. And in fact, it will be a fourth defeat in a row at home if you include the FA Trophy game against Hendon, apart from obviously the midweek Berks and Bucks Cup, because we don't really count that as a competition, to be honest. And Thomas takes this ball down, looking for Taylor. Inns wins the header, finds Harris. Harris trying to turn and keep the ball in. Still goes round. It's touched out by Hancock. It's a throw to Slough. I thought for a moment Trent Phillips was going to take the throw there. Dunn going to take the throw for Slough. Finds Dobson. Dobson evades a challenge. Gets to the edge of the box. Plays it inside. Oh, it's well picked out by Francis, who looks. Plays it down the line for Stevens. Stevens can't get hold of that one. And it's out of play for a throw to the Rebels. Kettering 5-0 up against Dunstable now. Slough need at least a goal or they're going to slide further down the table here. Turner with the ball. Played forward to Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball on, comes through, and it's hooked clear in the end by Summerfield. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header will find Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball on. Dunn comes to get the ball. Finds Wells, who's in advanced position. Back in towards Dobson. Dobson beaten to the ball. Tries to get there. Plays it out, and Dobson fouls. It's a free kick to Stratford inside their own half. And it's halfway inside their own half. It's a free kick for Stratford. We'll try and give you some of the latest scores from the Southern Premier League if we can. It's going to be Recce to take this free kick deep into the Slough half. It bounces all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal. Turner being urged by the manager Neil Baker to get the ball forwards. Played forwards here looking for Flood. Flood up against Francis. Francis wins the header. Flicked on by Summerfield. Stevens is in offside position. Leaves the ball. And it comes through here towards Nisbet. Nisbet with the ball. Hits it with the outside of his foot. Only as far as Fry, whose ball is played high in the air. Slough will win it back here with Dunn. And Dunn wins a free kick there and rushes to get the ball before Stratford can kick the ball away. It's a free kick to Slough. 40 odd yards away from goal. Dobson will stand over this free kick for Slough. Inns and Nisbet have gone forwards for it. Ball played in. It's headed away by Leckie. Comes to the edge of the box. Dogwell just pushed back a little bit. Ball played into the box. James trying to win the ball. It will come out on the far hand side on the left hand side to Warren Harris. Harris trying to turn. Gets a touch off James Fry, the Stratford captain, out for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Fraser. In towards Dobson. Dobson cuts inside, hits it with his right foot, bounces around, headed away by Francis, hooked on by Summerfield, only as far as Fraser. Fraser being chased down by Stevens. Ball played in by Fraser, looking for Flood. Flood flicks the ball goalwards. It's headed away though by the captain Fry. Comes here towards Taylor, tits him on the arm, chest, and goes out of play for a throw. Dobson standing over the throw. Throws it to the edge of the box where Nisbet is. Trying to find Dunn. Dunn breaks into the box. It's put clear. And it's Recce that hits the ball, and he hits it straight at Dunn and goes out for a goal kick. And again, Slough fans not happy with the fact that Connor in the Stratford goal just let that ball roll way past him in just to waste a little bit of time. If he's not taking it, you've got to. Why is the player not coming back? You've got a booking referee. Thomas has taken the last 3 goal kicks. So why has Thomas not gone to take the next goal kick? He must know that he's got to take it. It's the referee is just going, yeah, come on, get on with it, and he still hasn't taken the goal kick. And now he's going to go and book Thomas for time wasting, which he should have done absolutely 10 minutes ago. It's poor refereeing by the referee here. He gives Thomas, and it's wasting valuable time that Slough need if they're going to try and get anything from this game. It's Thomas with a yellow card. That's his 10th yellow card of the season. So he will now get a ban just for time wasting. How silly is that for a player? The Stratford managers always come to the halfway line. Ball played in. Inns rises high to win the header. Harris tries to flick the ball on. Only comes through to Francis. Francis flicks it on. Fraser heads it away. Comes to Summerfield. Heavy touch by him. Togwell gets a touch, but he comes here towards Hancock's. Hancock's chips the ball, looking to run it into the corner. Inns comes across. Ball still in play. Inns heads the ball away. Comes through to Warren Harris inside his own half. Turns down the line. Takes a deflection. And it's come out here towards Dunn. Dunn being chased down. Gives it towards Gavin. Oh, well read by Recce, who's defended it well. Ball played into Marsden. Little nudge in the back there by Taylor. The referee has said play on. And the ball's here with Turner on the far hand side. Slough needs something out of this game or they're going to slip further down. Ball played in. Looking for Flood. Flood flicks the ball on. Trying to find Warren Harris. Harris is offside. It's poor by the Rebels. And it's a free kick for Stratford. Level with their 18-yard box. Thomas has got to take this because otherwise he could get sent off for 2 yellow cards for time wasting. As it stands, it's going to be played down the line. Straight out of play, is it, for a throw to Slough? And it's Fraser that's going to take it. Fraser takes it all the way back, throws it towards Turner. Turner chased down by Stevens. And it just plays the ball down. It's a free header here for Hancock's. His header's wasted. It comes into the centre for Nisbet. Nisbet will find Wells. Slough still inside their own half though. Wells in towards Nisbet. Slough just, they can't get anything forward. Back in towards Dobson. Dobson tries to go past Fry. Fry clears it out of play for a throw. Comes here towards Dobson and Dunn. They're just going to take the throw. Dobson finds Wells with the first throw. In towards Dunn. Back towards Wells. Wells now has to look up. Finds Togwell. In towards Fraser. Fraser's first time touch in towards Warren Harris. Harris has got Thomas there. The ball comes through to Francis. Plenty of time to clear the ball down the line. Stevens will chase it. Into the cross for Slough. Plays it high up in the air. It's going to bounce on the roof. Still bounces on the roof. And I don't know where it's gone, but it's gone somewhere. You all right, Alison? You all right? And it's a throw to Stratford Town. Right by the away flag. The manager's telling him to go towards the corner flag. Inns has to come across and head it wide. It's into the final minute of normal time, plus whatever the referee will add on. I think he's just indicated 5. We're just going to wait for the official confirmation of that from the linesman. We're still waiting for this throw to come. Stevens is sat there, heading the ball up in the air instead of taking the throw. I don't know what's going on with this referee. Stevens takes the throw finally, finds Taylor. Taylor holding the ball up in the corner, chips the ball backwards. It will come out here towards Thomas. Gets to the ball first, hits it straight down there. It's trying to find Taylor. Taylor can't keep the ball in play. It's gone out of play for a throw. Goal kick, to Slough. Still waiting for the official time to be added on. Got 30 seconds of normal time. 4 minutes of added time to be added on. Headed away though by Recce. Good defending by Stratford. Comes through out here towards Nisbet. In towards Wells. Wells closed down by Ben Stevens, but still has the ball. Now drills across field ball here towards Harris. Harris has to come back to win the ball. Finds Fraser. Fraser's chipped the ball in to Dobson. Dobson finds it on his chest. Headed away by Francis. Ball comes out though from Dobson towards Wells. Wells goes past 2, gets bundled off the ball. And he'll win a free kick there. And it's a free kick for Slough, 35 yards away from goal. And it's going to be Wells or Dobson to take this free kick for Slough. Again, the referee's what time waste? He's got the slowest walk ever. Finally marks out 10 yards, and that's a long 10 yards. There's Dobson standing over this free kick for Slough. Slough needs something special here now. We're into the 30 seconds of the added on time of 4 minutes. It's Dobson with this free kick, goes for goal. Let me just tell you that's nowhere near the goal, and it's out for a goal kick. And you're going to see that Stratford will take their time, and it's going to be Thomas to take this goal kick for Stratford. Stratford looking to win here and continue their good form. Long ball up here by Thomas, looking for Stevens. Flicks on well by Stevens. Fraser in the foot race with Taylor. Fraser just gets... I thought he caught Fraser, but it's come off Fraser last. And it's a throw, and that's going to eat up the time. We've got 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes of the added time on here to add on. Slough still losing 1-0 here to Stratford. That goal on 54 minutes, the only thing that separates the two sides. Slough have had a lot of the possession, and they haven't done a lot with it. Ball here with Taylor. Taylor runs into the corner, holds the ball up, shrugs off 2 challenges, still has the ball. Comes off Taylor. No, it comes off a Slough player last. It's a throw to Stratford. Stevens again to find Taylor. Hits him on the hand. That's handball. It's a free kick to Slough. And again, say that Taylor just tries to keep the ball, and it's a free kick. Why is it not a yellow card? Turner takes the free kick quickly. Trying to find Flood. Flood does well to win the header on. In towards James. James trying to flick it over, finding Warren Harris. Thomas underneath it to clear. High into the ground. Does it stay in the ground? It does. It's a corner to Slough. Slough with 2 minutes of added time left. Can they get something? They need a better delivery from a corner here from James Dobson. Slough got everyone up apart from Jack Turner. Everyone's in. Sean Fraser's come back. Ball played into the far post. Headed goals. It's an equaliser! Alan Inns heads it into the back of the net, and Slough got an equaliser here in the 93rd minute of the game. Inns rises high at the edge of the 6-yard box, and he puts it in. Alan Inns for his first goal in a Rebel shirt, and Slough's pressure has finally come to something. They've now got 1 minute and 6 seconds to try and find a winner if they want it. They're on the front foot. It's here with Stratford. Ball played forwards, looking for Stevens. Goes straight out of play. It's a throw. Thrown back here towards Turner. Turner hits it first time down the field. Underneath it is Dobson. Dobson beaten to the ball by Grocott. Ball played forwards though by Inns, who's forwards. Ball on the far hand side. Gavin James can't get there. Fry's there. Hooked clear by Recchi. Will come here towards Togwell. Togwell inside his own. Oh, he's got caught there, and that's a referee has got to get hold of this game. I know it's like the last second, but that's a yellow card for Summerfield for a really poor challenge on Lee Togwell. It's a free kick to Slough. Slough with a chance to put the ball into the box. There's about 94 minutes for that yellow card, and that is Summerfield's 4th booking of the season. He's still arguing it. Finally the referee gives the yellow card out. He's got to add the time on. We've got 8 seconds of added time, so the referee's got to add a little bit on. Turner to take this free kick, 10 yards inside the Stratford box. Everyone's inside the box. Turner with this ball into the box, aimed in, headed off. It's a corner, is it? It's ball still in play. Slough will try and keep it in with Warren Harris. Finds Dunn. Dunn needs to put a decent ball in. Bounces around. Hooked clear by Thomas. We'll try and find Stevens. Stevens in the foot race with Fraser. Comes off Stevens last. It's a throw that way, and it's a throw that Slough will try and take quickly. Slough still. We've added the 4 minutes of time. He's just been urged to take it. Throws it towards Turner. Turner will take a touch. The referee's not even got this whistle close to it. He has now. It's the final whistle here, and Slough has somehow managed to scrape with a 93rd minute equaliser from Alan Inns. They've had all the pressure here at Arbour Park. The attendance here just given Right, the attendance today was 433, and the Slough Town man of the match has been given as Warren Harris. But Slough have had so much of the ball here today. They've had numerous amounts of corners, but they've not been able to beat a solid Stratford defence until the 93rd minute, when the ball came in from a Dovson corner, and it was Inns who rises high to head the ball in. It gives Slough a late minute equaliser. It means that they've got a point when they were looking at 0. It's not the best Christmas present that Slough fans could have hoped for, but it's it's better than no points at all. And Slough will be disappointed that of all that possession, all the corners, all those efforts, that they haven't been able to capitalise and get 3 points here today. But it's finished. Slough Town 1, Stratford 1, and we'll try and give you some other scores for you. But just to give you what was going on in the game, 0-0 at half time. The first goal of the game went to Mike Taylor, who had a one-on-one with Jack Turner, finished with a prom to give Stratford the lead, and Stratford held on for a long time there, and it was a 93rd minute equaliser with Alan Inns with his first goal for the Rebels. It means that Slough get a 1-1 draw here against Stratford, and it's a bit of a disappointed Arbour Park as the fans start to leave here today. They're expecting a little bit more. They maybe could have deserved more, but you've got to hand it to Stratford. They've come here, they've got 3 strong central defenders who have defended well throughout the game. Even when Gallinart went off, replaced by Francis just came in and did exactly the same. They've defended well. Yeah, there's a little bit of time wasting that goes on, but hey, come on. Time wasting goes on in football all the time. Maybe not as much as it was there, but in the end it cost Stratford there all that time wasting, that equaliser in the 93rd minute. I will try and give you some scores from the other games. I want to thank you all for listening today. I'm going to try and give you some shout outs if you're listening. Marchacho says yay. No Hinton, I'm really surprised. Your team did well. They defended well today. They've not really had as many chances and they scored one of them, but they've done well. I'm going to wish you a happy Christmas now, because I know some of you just turn off and don't listen to me after the normal time. So on behalf of myself here at Rebels Radio, I would like to wish you all a very, very happy Christmas. I'm going to try and find you now the full-time scores from the other games for you. Just bear with us while we try and get those in for you. Let's just see what we can find. While we wait for those full-time scores, it should do. It's almost 5 o'clock. Most should be the last ones that have come through. Let's just see what we can find. Just going to see if we can find that for you. Hereford have just scored in late injury time to go 2-1 up. The full-time scores haven't as yet come through. 3-1 up. They've actually just made it as well. So Hereford have just scored 2 goals in very quick time. Kettering 6-0 up at the last I've heard. Let's see if we can find you some more of those. The Stratford players just coming off here. They'll head back up the M40 in good spirits. Disappointed not to have got the 3 points then. Almost hung on till the very end there, but Slough snatched that last gasp equaliser. And it's Arbour Park is emptied very quickly this evening, so we'll just see if we can find it. So we're just trying to see if we can find you the full-time scores that are coming through, but as of yet they haven't come through. So we're just going to see if we can find something else for you, and we'll see what else is going. Not many upsets in the Premier League, unless you're a West Ham fan. I'm not going to say much more than that. Let's just see what else we can find. We'll give you some of the scores from the Skyvet Championship. It's Bolton 2, Cardiff 0, Derby 3, Millwall 0, Fulham 2, Barnsley 1, Leeds 1, Hull 0, Preston 1, Norwich Forest 1, QPR 1, Bristol City 1, Reading 1, Burton 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 1, Birmingham 1, and Wolves 1, Ipswich 0. Let's see if we just find if you can find some of these full-time scores for you. It finished Biggleswade 1, Banbury 1. That was a full-time score. Let's see what else we can find. It's almost 5 o'clock. You think they would come through by now, wouldn't you? But Looks like Maidenhead have won 2-1 with what's going on with this computer? I don't know. Full time is Merthyr 0, Kings Lynn 1. It's St Ives 1, Gosport Borough 0. Finished full time, Chesham 1, Hereford 3. Full time was Kettering 6, Dunstable 0. So have a look. Full time, Weymouth 5, Redditch, you are managerless 0. After sacking Darren Byfield in midweek, or not sacking him, mutual consent, I believe the current words for that is. So there you go. So if you are still listening, why I'm just trying to find the final scores. I can't seem to find anything here, so I might just say again, thank you all for listening in. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and hopefully if you're not here on Boxing Day, remember it's a 12 o'clock kick-off on Boxing Day. If you're not here, then remember to tune in here to Rebels Radio, and we will bring you all of the action. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a good Christmas, drink lots, eat lots, and always be merry. And then until Boxing Day, thank you very much for listening, and enjoy your Christmases.
I don't think so, mate. Hey? I don't think so. Are you leaving them on then? No, they've got to come off. Right? Do you want me to take them off? Yeah, you can, mate. That's right. So I can go there. Alright.